Fellow Nigerians, I feel greatly disturbed at the tone we have come to regarding political crisis in Rivers State. Like many of you, I have watched with concern the development with hope that the parties involved will allow good sense to prevail at the soonest. But all that hope borne out without any solution to the crisis. With the crisis persisting, there's no way democratic governance, which we all fought and worked for over the years, can thrive in a way that will redound to the benefit of the good people of the state. The state has been at a standstill since the crisis started, with the good people of the state not being able to have access to the dividend of democracy. Also, it is public knowledge that the governor of Rivers State, for unjustifiable reasons, demolished the House of Assembly of the state as far back as 13th December 2023, and as up till now, 14 months after, now rebuilt the same. I have made personal interventions between the contending solution of this crisis, but my efforts have been largely ignored by the parties to the crisis. I'm also aware that many well-meaning Nigerians, leaders of thought, and patriotic groups have also intervened at various times with the best of intentions to resolve the matter. But all the efforts were also to no avail. Still, I thank them. On February 28, 2025, the Supreme Court, in a judgment in respect all about 8 consolidated appeals concerning the political crisis in Rivers State, based on several grave unconstitutional acts and the disregard of the rule of law that has been committed by the governor of Rivers State, as shown by the evidence before it, pronounced in very clear terms. And I quote, "A government cannot be said to exist without one of the 3 arms that make up of the government of a state under the 1999 Constitution as amended. In this case, the head of the executive arm of the government has chosen to collapse the legislature to enable him to govern without the legislature as a despot. As it is, there is no government in Rivers State," and I quote. The above pronouncement came after a catalog of judicial findings of constitutional breaches against Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Going forward in their judgment, having found and held that 27 members of the House who had allegedly deflected, and I quote, "are still valid members of Rivers State House of Assembly and cannot be prevented from participating in proceedings of that House by the 8th respondent, that is the governor, in cohort with 4 members," and unquote. The Supreme Court then made some orders to restore the state to immediate constitutional democracy. These orders include the immediate passing of an appropriation bill by the Rivers House of Assembly, which up to now has not been facilitated, threatening fire and brimstone against their perceived enemies, the governor, who has up to now not disowned them. Apart from that, both the House and the governor have not been able to work together. both of them not realize that they are enough to work together for the peace and good governance of the state. The latest security report made available to me show that between yesterday and today, there have been disturbing incidents of vandalization of pipelines by some militants without governor taking any action to curtail them. I have, of course, given stand order to the security agencies to ensure safety of lives of good people of Rivers State and the oil pipelines. With all this and many more, no good and responsible president will stand by and allow the grave situation to continue without taking remedial steps prescribed by the Constitution to address the situation in the state, which no doubt requires extraordinary measures to restore good governance, peace, order, and security. In these circumstances, having soberly reflected on and evaluated the political situation in Rivers State, and the governor and deputy governor of Rivers State, having failed to make a request to me as president to issue this proclamation as required by Section 305, Paragraph 5 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, it has become inevitably compelling for me to invoke the provision of the Section 305 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State with effect from today, 18th March, year 2025, and I so do. By this declaration, the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Similaye Fubara, his deputy, Mrs. Ngozi Odu, and all elected members of the House of Assembly State are hereby suspended for an initial period of 6 months. In the meantime, I hereby nominate Vice Admiral Advocate Ibas, retired, as administrator to take charge of the affairs of the state and the interests of the good people of Rivers State. For the avoidance of doubt, this declaration does not affect the judicial arm of Rivers State, which shall continue to function in accordance with their constitutional mandate. The administrator will not make any new laws. It will, however, regulations and may be found necessary to do his job, but such regulations will need to be considered and approved by the Federal Executive Council and promoted by the President for the state. This declaration has been published in the Federal Gazette, a copy of which the National Assembly in accordance with the Constitution. It is my fervent hope this inevitable intervention will help to restore peace and order in Rivers State by awakening all the contenders to the constitutional imperatives, binding on all political players in the Rivers State in particular and Nigeria as a whole. Long live a united, peaceful, secured, and democratic Rivers State in particular, and the Federal Republic of Nigeria as a whole. God bless you all for listening. Thank you.
Everything. There's money.
What he was already
Anybody that
the
gets
now.
money.
The one where it's like 8 years.
He still wants the control. He still wants the control. He still wants that control. My way you don't see money.
Okay, now sorry. Please don't be offended. Is it that Wike is the one controlling Tinubu or something? I don't understand. Is there anything like Wike is happening against Tinubu?
No, election is coming. You need to fund the election. You need to win sweep Rivers State and Bayelsa. You need that money. You need that power.
So if this guy's not so okay, wait. I beg Tinubu. Those around him addressing. If this guy not so convinced, can blow up 20 pipelines, then we'll see the money. It will come Put the economy for God's
I
sake.
don't know.
We didn't need to get to this level for God's sake. Are we practicing democracy or military regime in Nigeria? What are we
No,
saying for God's sake
Tinubu
now?
likes divide and rule. He likes
It
divide
doesn't
and
make
rule
any sense,
until he
please.
gets
This is
the
bullshit,
divide and
man.
rule and get the militants under his payroll or under his hook. He will not feel like he has dominance in the South.
This is
I think what he's
Mengi,
it
achieving
sorry.
right
is not
now.
possible. It's not possible. Please, Alimbu, please. Look, we hear from you. After you come to Pastor Feb and Fabian. Fabian, please mute your mic first.
Eh, 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 Dogu. We have come again. It wasn't up to 3 hours I said what I said. I gave an analogy when I was speaking the first time. I said, this is how it started before the coup January 1966, 15. This is how it started. But what has happened? Is there any gross lawlessness in Rivers State that will warrant a state of emergency, even during the military? Even during the military, what is going on in Rivers State now that you would declare a state of emergency in that? This thing has been, they want to destroy Rivers State and the people there. This is what these people are doing. They want to destroy. Instead of to just miss, he wants to destroy it. He wants to destroy Fubara. And that is the action. That is what Nigeria is known for. That is what Nigeria is known for. You can only, I do know, most of you that have, this 1999 constitution amended or whatever, can you just pull out reasons for, a state of emergency in any state? Because the little one I know is that when there is total breakdown of law and order, that is the time you lawyers that are here, please help me out. What has happened in Rivers State now? Is it enough to stay in Asorok and if these people do not have ulterior motive against the people of Rivers State? I said it here. Look, they don't know what they are. The Kaki boys are warming up. Oh. My former people, my comrades, they are warming up. They are just watching all these things that is happening. They won't talk. Oh. Whether you are their father is the president, they won't talk. Oh. This is how it starts. Me, I am not a proponent of military dictatorship. I am not. But I will tell you with what is happening in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, our neighbor here, I love it. I love it. But Nigeria, will it be like Burkina Faso? If these Kaki boys come out because of the actions and inactions of these civilian dictators that you have in Nigeria, people that are not behaving like civilian administrators, it is going to be brutal. And these people, they want to involve the Niger Delta youths. They want to involve them. And it is going to be brutal to that single revenue economic system that Nigeria is, oil and gas. It will affect them drastically. And who are the people? These people have amassed a lot of money within themselves. They can even take off and leave Nigeria as we speak right now. Most of them might be preparing now to take off. Their families might not be in Nigeria as we speak right now. They have looted so much that they can take off anywhere. The only thing now is just for them to get to the neighboring countries and they are gone.
Okay,
These are criminals that have. Go ahead, sir.
okay. Sorry that I had to cut.
Please let him finish now. Pastor Gideon, hold on. Fabian, are
Okay,
you
you
from
see,
Rivers
I'm
State?
about to.
Hold on, please.
No,
Hold on, please. Fabian,
okay.
Fabian, are you from Rivers State?
I live in Rivers State so long for many years, so I have. I think I have something to say. Very important.
Are you from Rivers State?
Sorry, is it only Rivers State people are only meant to indigenous of rivers are meant to speak in this space? Please let me know.
Are you from Rivers State? That's the question first.
I'm not from Rivers State, but I live in
Good.
Rivers State.
Are you currently in Rivers State?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. After he finishes, then you speak next. Please hold on. We know you are under the anointing. Hold on, please. Calm down. I beg. I mean, please a minute more. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So it is our people, the young, the poor people, that are going to suffer it. That is what these people are doing. These people want to destabilize River State and make life miserable for the people of River State. This is the evil, this is the fruit of wickedness, of the heavy-handedness of the Nigerian system. And that is what is playing out right now as we speak. See, I just beg our people in River State, please, state of emergency is not a tea party. The army will come in. I don't know whether they are already on the street. This my brother that is there now will tell you whether they are in the streets
No,
already.
they will have more of
There will
Navy
be
and Air Force for now.
good, because the administrator
Yeah,
they will set up an administration
admin.
once Fubara has been.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
he has been replaced by a retired admiral, vice admiral. So they'll have, Port Harcourt,
Oh,
they have more of either naval base and Air Force base, but they'll have them on ground for now.
Now, you see, I talk about once that state of emergency is set in motion, then this executive elected governor is going to step aside. Then there will be martial law
He has
now.
been
This is
suspended for 6 months by Tinubu. How did we get here?
Hey, that is the reason why I asked in the first place, Odogu, what is good? Because the only time you can declare state of emergency in any state is when there is total, breakdown of law and order. So what is happening in Rivers State is what is happening in Rivers State now that will warrant a state of emergency in it, putting the people's life on the line. You see, the more we speak about the issues in Nigeria, the less I speak about it, the more happy I become. Odogu, I am tired of the anomalies that is going on in that country. I am tired of putting our people into this kind of mess. I am tired of these civilian tyrants like Wike and the Tinubu that's supposed to be serving in jail time now in Chicago. Who opted? That is the kind of who paid $460 something thousand not to go to court, settlement out of court. That is the person Nigerians that was imposed on Nigeria, just like the way Hope Uzodinma was imposed on the Imo State people. That is the reward. That is what we will get. So I think Odogu, I yield here. It's very, very shameful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Okay, where is Alika? Pastor Fabian, over to you, please.
Okay. Thank you, Dogu. Sorry. First of all, I agree with yours. First of all, I think it's not right for you to ask if from the states for me to be able to contribute anything that have to do with Nigerian matters. The last time you have been, I was in your space. I can remember. I did speak and I told you I was calling from Bonny Island. So actually, that's where I was employed. I'm working in Bonny Island. Well, that's by the way. I think everything that have to do in Nigeria is for everybody. So we should not create this segregation that is causing dispute in Nigeria, which is I think is not right. Anyway,
First of all, somebody was speaking and you interjected. No, the person that spoke now is half Ghanaian, half Nigerian. Nobody said those from Rivers State must speak or mustn't speak. I was asking why you were interjecting if you are from that particular state or something. So maybe you could give us like a first-hand information. Nobody's like trying to segregate anybody here. Please, I beg, don't start this. If you talk too much, I'll call Tinubu and say you follow for those way boss pipeline. You can't carry this night. Just better respect yourself.
I beg
Don't. You better respect yourself.
Please, I understand you completely, but my brothers, the truth is, I'm going to say two things, and maybe not all of you agree with me. First, I'll say karma is real, and why I'll use the word karma. Sometimes we don't know that the way we are, both Nigeria, whenever we join hands together and make a prayer, it works. Prayer works. Where am I coming from? First of all, this state of emergency, I remember when Goodluck Jonathan declared state of emergency, the governors were not removed. The governors actually seeked for it. But it's illegal. For me, it's illegal. But in the flip side, it's known to us, it's public knowledge that the president is in the side of Wike, because we all know that he doesn't want this young man to rule. He doesn't want him to settle down. If I was him, I would have been smart enough to allow him 2027, I do whatever I want to do. Now, on the second side of things, I see all this thing playing out in Rivers States as karma in terms of what happened in presidential election. Although I'll tell you for a fact, and I want anybody here to disagree with me if I'm lying. 98% of the votes that happened in Rivers State, I'm guaranteeing you, went to Labour Party. Now, I don't want to make it political parties now. Now, somebody now changed it. It's obvious to everybody for selfish interest and the rest. Allegedly. Let me use the word allegedly. No person no can carry me. But that's the sad reality. I remember people were crying. Child, see my vote. This person can't turn on. People were now crying. The same thing everybody is crying and protecting and shouting for was still there when this. Remember, that thing happened in the River States is the reason why the whole Nigeria is suffering. People tend to forget that. There is a man in the UK that I spoke to. The man said, sometimes you don't understand why Nigerians will cry over some of these things. We pray that God do anybody that did this thing to know. And when God finally answers our prayer, we begin to act childish about it. That this same person that we are crying over and pitying is the same man that was there when this fraud was done in Rivers State. And now karma is playing on him, both him and his godfather. And now everybody is complaining. My only sad thing there is that the Rivers people are being affected. I am very happy that because the state of emergency is completely unnecessary, but I feel if not for the interest of Wike, I would have said it was unfair. Because killing and bombing that is happening, blowing of pipeline is not good news for Nigeria. Because Rivers State is a powerhouse in helping Nigerian resources economy. So, in my own final submission, the reality of the matter is that first, let's condemn the fact that you are not meant to sack the governor. There is no way in the constitution that you suspend the governor. I don't think I have seen. Maybe you guys will help me. If he declares state of emergency, it doesn't mean that the governor is out of office. But now you have taken the drastic measure. Now it will further increase the crisis in Rivers State. Meanwhile, these two people would have been arrested, called aside to end this rubbish. But I wish us a safe place to stay, because whatever happens in Rivers State might also affect the whole Nigeria. But I pray for peace. Let's continue speaking out. Illegitimacy from 2023 is what is causing all this. I yield, Odogu. God bless you all.
Thank you so much. Please, my question is, please, do you have a lawyer here? Lotunde, I think you read law. I beg, no begs. Anyway, it not be your tongue, but Lotunde.
Wait, na my turn.
I find which kind your tongue.
Oh, Ghana, my turn, Jerry. You don't chance me. You say, oh, na my turn.
Okay, Lotunde, I beg, go make a no vex. All of the way they here. Pastor Solomon, you're welcome. This is everybody. I beg. Does the president have the right to suspend the governor?
Yeah. Chapter 6.
No, Channels TV said it today. Channels said it. A lawyer in Channels said it just a few minutes ago, that there is no way in the constitution that the president have the power to sort. The same APC is talking this was the ones that are saying the president does not have the rights in 2011. That was when Tinubu was in the opposition. You guys forget so quickly. Okay. The lawyer was making references to that. Please.
Okay, hold on.
I'm quoting the constitution.
Okay.
See, wait, before you want to come and
Lotunde,
argue, let me read it.
Yes,
Part
go on, please.
chapter 6, part 2, section 188, you know.
Who give Lotunde lawyer?
Oh, Jesus, I mean, I don't like, OG, I
You
beg,
only law when
OG,
Lotunde know.
OG,
Now
make
how
I
to
talk
get
now.
girlfriend for different places.
OG, make I
Get one
talk,
for Akwa Ibom, get one
I
for Delta.
beg, I
OJ,
did you,
hold
my
on,
beg.
please. OJ, hold on, please. I beg.
You know,
We are
so,
serious
okay,
here. We are serious. I want to learn. Lotunde, go on, please. Chapter what? Go
yeah,
on.
anyone,
Please, where is metaphor? Please, someone should please call metaphor, please. Thank you. Go on, please.
Metaphor is not a lawyer, imperfect. He's not a lawyer.
OJ, please.
Wait, make I ignore chapter 6, part 2, section 188, the removal of governor of deputy from office. You know, the governor, the president have the right. Maybe some of you don't know your constitution. Yeah, the government, the president have the right to remove you. And when it comes to insecurity, and like you have to understand that that is the major
Read
pipeline
that
that's
place
supplying.
very well. Read it. Look here, chapter 2, verse 5. Because this one, like say in the Bible, give me. So they read what you see now. Read them out, make I see. You know the book, yes, you know. So read them out, make I see. And here you go on. I want to
Please read it out. Read it out because it's
please. I
not
want
there.
to hear. Lotunde, unmute your mic, I beg.
Imperfect.
Why did you mute me now?
Wait
You guys are
now,
just
wait.
wasting.
Let him speak. Lotunde, okay, go on, please. Where is your beg? Go on, please.
And it's not being removed. We have to understand it's being suspended for 6 months. So don't say it's being
No
removed. Let's
wahala.
get that.
Okay, good. So
Get.
okay, good. So now where you read down from now? Which chapter of the Bible?
It's not Bible. Like chapter 6, part 2, section 188, removal of governor or deputy from office. Go and read it. Chapter 6,
Okay, read it
part
out
2,
for us
section
now. Read it out for us,
188.
I beg.
Why do I need to? Me, I'm at the gym now, working out. I just have time to give my submission.
Okay.
They go and read it. Okay, let me just give my submission. So again, initially when you opened that first page, when I was talking, I say you guys don't know the consequence of insecurity. Well, especially when it comes from the government, right? You are not smarter than Tinubu, and I don't think any one of you is smarter than the people that gave you the advice to suspend. Right? This thing has been going on for long. It didn't happen today. You're only focusing on what happened today. It's been going on more than for a year between Fubara and the people in the House of Assembly. They are just putting it to Wike because if you have to take it to the court, Wike has no power. Anything for Wike is out of power. So it's between Fubara and people in the House of Assembly. So this has nothing. Indirectly, you can look into Wike. It's between in the House of Assembly, follow this guy. And now it's today is pipeline. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Majority of Nigerian, what's it called? Nigerian, fuel cell.
Lotunde, we can't hear you clearly. We can't hear you.
No,
Why not finish your gym and come back? We can't hear you.
No, you hear me, I'm coming.
Why not
Person
read
will
that
quote
place in the
constitution, you know,
constitution
green
for
leader.
us
We
to
cannot
hear?
hear you,
Man?
Lotunde.
That's what you are waiting for.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Finish your
Can you
gym.
hear me now?
Okay, yes. Now
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah. You know, so when I was talking the other time, right, I was like telling people that you don't know the consequence, right? Majority of the Nigerian refinery is located in Port Harcourt. It will make any sense for any logical president that have to stop this thing. This thing has been going on for a year between the House of Assembly is in Rivers State House of Assembly and Fubara. So do you think it's gonna like okay let this thing slide? Today is pipe. Another day it could be the refinery. You know, this thing may continue. And some of you are always here. Some of you always are drill for what. Like I said, you guys have never seen war. You've never seen anything close to it. And like that Joe, I was coming to insult me. I'm like, you've never seen anything close to it. You know, majority of us here witnessed that stupid bomb that happened in January 2001. 2002, 2001. I think it's 2002. You know, that happened. Everywhere was shaking in Lagos and just one or two bombs. You know, and you are here like, you know, they should be blowing up refinery, they should be blowing up pipe bomb. Do you know how many people it affects? Do you know how many people it will kill? And you guys are not even knowing the consequence. You are just here, coming here, and yeah. Again, whether Fubara Wike, I don't care, but we know both of them.
Oga,
Both of them.
read for us the constitution.
Oh, Jesus. Imperfect. Like, please, I don't know you. Like, tell these people now. I don't deal with wild
My
dogs.
brother, read the constitution.
Oh, God, I don't deal with wild dogs. Don't you have Google on your phone?
Okay, guys, hold on, please. We have the barrister. Barrister, are you there? Better give us the 100. Barrister, if like ex-militant, give us 100 if you are there. I brought you up for a reason. Good. I beg, Lotunde, quote that section now of the law that you quoted. Let barrister check online and read it out for us. Then you continue with your submission, please. But Tunde, quote it now for us so that barrister can read it out for us if possible. So Lotunde, please, where in that constitution did you quote before, please? Quote it again so barrister can read it out for us to learn or to hear, please. Lotunde, over to you, please.
Okay. Again, chapter 6, part 2, section 188, removal of governor or deputy from office. Chapter
Okay,
6.
hold on. Okay, gradually. Chapter, are you there? Did they hear? Barrister. Okay, barrister, are you there? Talk now. Can you hear
Yeah,
us?
I can hear him,
Okay,
but
good.
let me get that section
Okay.
he's referring to,
Chapter
because
6.
for me,
Wait, first.
let's
No, don't say for you. No, don't say for you. Get us his own section now. Say chapter 6.
Chapter part 2, section 188.
Chapter 6, part 2,
Part
section
2, section
188.
188.
Okay. Chapter 6, verse 2, section 138.
188.
Now for here you go know those we no go Bible school. Why have you found it?
no, just a minute. Let me search chapter 6. Chapter 6.
Part 2.
Section
Chapter 6.
Part 2.
Then what?
Section 188.
188.
He said chapter 6, verse 2.
Part 2,
Part
2,
2.
not verse 2. Part 2. There is no verse 2 in Bible.
Part 2. Okay.
Yeah. Section 188.
Yeah.
Okay, just a minute. But no, for me, I can't see. This.
I didn't say for you. Please read that place where today. If you can't read it, someone else should read a beg. Oh, this kind of barrister. Church and bail. Come on, open small chapter for you. So take like how many distance? Not to lose.
Do they even need to tell him where it is?
If not to lose woman brother, you use one hand, lose them. 5 minutes now, open small chapter. Should they come in here, brother? Chapter 2, verse what again?
Boss, hold on. I don't have my laptop with me. But hold on. I can tell you about that section. Boss, I know be small lawyer. I did constitutional law in law school, so I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I can tell you about that section.
Okay, go on.
I did not read it to you verbatim. That section talks about removal of impeachment process about the governor. It's not talking about a state of emergency, that the president has the right to remove a governor through a state of emergency. It's talking about impeachment process. Let's get it right.
Okay.
Based on misconduct, not emergency situation. Now, emergency situation has to do with section it has to do with section 305. That's when you talk about emergency situation. And in such emergency situation, the president has no right to remove the governor from power. He has no right on such. What are you telling me?
Barrister, just you follow the law. So you said wait.
Lotunde, we can't hear you. Lotunde, we can't. I see. Lotunde, can you stop your gym and talk to us? When you are done, you go back, or you just come back later because we can't hear you. Lotunde, no vex. We cannot hear you. Lotunde, we cannot hear you. I don't know.
No, you are meeting me. So no, wait. Imperfect. No, based on impeachment, So impeachment proceeding was initiated against this guy last week. You have to understand. In fact, it's not even last week. 2 weeks ago, impeachment proceeding has been initiated before even this thing happened. So Tinubu is following the law. So if again read the thing, is saying that no, if National Assembly has been initiated an impeachment proceeding towards a certain governor, most likely.
You check your DM.
Oh, guy, you are misquoting the law now. Don't do this. Don't misquote the law.
Talk about the
don't do that. Don't do that.
Impose a state of emergency, and you're telling us about impeachment, Sunday.
Are you like? Please let me just finish. Like, I'm quite sure most of you didn't even listen to Tinubu. State of emergency is different from a removal from office. Those are two different things. Two things happened today. in the last 2 hours. He said, according to him, he said there will be state of emergency. State of emergency always happen when there is destruction of property or anything that some people can handle. Then you have to put state of emergency. Then there will be a curfew, maybe like 6 or 7 hours. Now another positive now follows by him. He said the governor and including the deputy are suspended for 6 months. As pending the impeachment. There is impeachment proceeding against him by the National Assembly. You understand what I'm saying?
The president has no right to suspend him. That's what we're saying. Don't stop misquoting the law. Please,
to the
don't do that.
he has it.
What are you doing? What are you doing here? Are you even a lawyer yourself? Are you even a lawyer? I'm disappointed.
Did you study law at all? You just get the same thing. Are you like? Can't you read it?
Okay, impeachment under section 188 have to do with parliament, state of assembly.
State of emergency. That is what we're talking about.
Wait,
we're not talking about
emergency. There's nowhere. There's nowhere under the constitution that says that the president can remove the government.
Are you seeking like a barrister? I think you are a Fuji musician, not a barrister. So again, understand the thing. Two things happen.
Check double truck is there.
Imagine 2 things happen. Are you?
Okay, Lord Tunde, we can't hear you clearly. Because one, you are shouting and your headset is not good. So please, we have heard you. Be on standby. So now, we can now say it was a plan. So it was a well-planned game by these people. They initiated state of impeachment, whatever. Today, all of a sudden, the pipeline was blown up or blew up or went into explosion, allegedly, by whom nobody knows. But now, if you add 1 + 1, you likely know those that did it. Just for them to say, oh, there's chaos in Rivers State. Madam, you have to leave. I beg, no vex. So, the time where all the day when they bust pipeline every year, how many times they declare state of emergency? How many times was he removed from I beg, Pastor Solomon, you have to go next. After you come to Moses. But it's slow. Moses go first. After you Solomon, TMC News, Universal for this place, Deep Sky, then Chief. They'll come back to Barrister. Barrister, please be on standby, I beg. Nengi, I see you, I beg. We'll come back to you, I beg. Whenever metaphor comes here, please, you push like let me know, I beg. Don't make it take the mic. So,
perfect. Let me also pause for
during
1 minute.
weekend time,
Let me also pause for 1 minute. Please,
like
perfect. Just a minute. Just a minute, please. Let me state here. Just a minute, please, perfect. Section 305 deals with emergency situation, and it talks about where there is a breakdown, of order in terms of security threats. And under that section 305, there is nowhere it states that the president has the power to remove a governor, a sitting governor. Nowhere in that section. And nowhere in the constitution that the president has a right to remove a sitting governor. Now, when we're talking about section 188,
was he removed or suspended?
Suspended or removed, he has no right to do that. There's no way in the government. He has no right. When you talk about extension, let me explain, please. When you talk about extension, you're talking about you need the approval to extend the state of emergency, but he doesn't have any right to suspend the governor. There's no way in the section in the constitution allows such. Because the spirit of the constitution understand there's an autonomy between the state and the federal. So when you start giving this, the constitution does not give the federal government that power or the president to remove a sitting governor. It doesn't allow that. So if that has been done in the past, I know in 2004 it was done in Plateau and in 2006 it was done in Ekiti, but it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it in line with the law. These are just abuse of power and abuse of. And when that man was talking about section 188, that's a process in a democratic setting of impeachment process. It has nothing to do with the president giving the president.
Do you understand impeachment process has been on for 2 weeks? Do you understand that? Are you just dumb?
Impeachment process
have been in position for 2 weeks now.
A democratic process.
Impeachment process for 2 weeks. Are you dumb?
Oh my God! What is this man saying? Impeachment process is a democratic process for you to remove a governor by the State House of Assembly, and it has a process. That process has not been completed, so you have no right to remove the president. The president has no right to remove the governor. What are you telling me? Are you that daft?
Hold on. Thank you so much. Please, I beg everybody, please be on standby. These nights, I will use what is the correct word for this? Is it matches? No matches. Match stick. I don't know. Hold my eyes. I go put my eyes till tomorrow morning because I don't miss Arise News tomorrow. Please, Guys, give me witness, I beg. Man, pardon me. We have another lawyer here. Oba Ife Hill. Oba, are you there? Please, Oba. I think you're a lawyer. I don't see LLB, BBL on your media. Are you a lawyer, sir? Oh, ma'am. Oba, if I did go, are you there? Please unmute your mic, please, if you can hear me. Can anyone hear me, please?
It's like in the Ghana talk issue.
Oba, are you there? I think he's
In the Ghana talk issue, they're gonna talk.
a lawyer. Is it what?
In don't drop. In the Ghana talk issue, don't drop.
I beg, give a mic back. I beg, he's a lawyer. Let us look, we know, because
Also,
after this whole election last 2 years equity, I say any of my people will say you study law in Nigeria, you will train yourself, because the nonsense will happen with INEC. I just if I did go, are you there?
Yes, my brother,
Good
I'm
to you,
here.
boss. Welcome.
Good evening.
Please, are you a legal luminary? Are you a lawyer, right? Let's
Yes,
see.
I am.
I beg, tell us, educate us, please. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. It is an opportunity for me to be here, to be here, to make my own contribution. And whatever I'm going to say here is based on what we have in our constitution. I won't say anything contrary. And before I proceed to read the two sections that were introduced in this platform, I would like to state first that you don't read any law in isolation. You don't just carry one particular section, read it, and adopt it to be the position of the law. There are exceptions, and there are rules, and there are there are rules of interpretation to every section. And secondly, I will also say that our country, Nigeria, is not truly a federal, does not practice a true federal system of government, in the sense that the federal level interferes in matters affecting the states, which is not supposed to be so. I mean, even to the extent of to control resources, it's not even within the jurisdiction of the federal government to do. Rather, they stand as a checkmate to the activities of every state in Nigeria. So, just not to waste our time, I would like to read Section 185 that's Tunde mentioned here. Section 185 stated that, and please, before I read, that section is talking about impeachment of a governor. So I'm going to read it that Section 185, I will start reading from subsection 1. A person elected to the office of the governor of a state shall not begin to perform the function of that until he has declared his assets. Okay, I will skip that. Now, the oath of allegiance. In fact, let me not waste your time. The whole section 185, sub 1 and sub 2, is not even talking about it's not just talking about the removal of a governor. It's also talking about the democratic approach and operation of that particular section. The House of Assembly cannot start an impeachment process without a cause for that. That is number one. Then number two, I will read directly the section that provides the immunity the governor of a state has when it comes to removal, be it by suspension or anything. And it's no longer a news that when a person is suspended, what comes next is automatic removal. Now, Section 305, Sub 4, that is the exact provision that talks about state of emergency. And I'll summarize it by saying that even if a state of emergency can be declared, there are situations that will give rise to that state of emergency. And there are procedures that should be adhered to before state of emergency can be declared. So when I heard this, I had to read Section 305, Sub 4, many times to understand. Now, the reason why I said you don't read every law in isolation is because you have to make references to some sections and subsections of that particular enactment. Now, Section 305 sub 4 said the governor of a state may, with the sanction of a resolution supported by 2/3 majority of the House of Assembly, request the president. It's not even the right of the president to even declare that state of emergency. The governor with the will have to request that the president declare that state of emergency, and that request shall be supported by 2/3 majority of the House of Assembly. Now, let me finish this subsection. The governor of a state, with the sanction of a resolution supported by 2/3 majority of House of Assembly, requests the president to issue a proclamation of a state of emergency in the state when there is existence within the state of any of the situations specified in subsection 3, sub 4, D, and E of this section, and such situation does not extend beyond the boundaries of the states. Now, I want to read subsection 5. The president shall not issue a proclamation of a state of emergency in any case to which the provisions of subsection 4 of this section apply, unless the governor of the state falls within a reasonable time to make a request to the president to issue such proclamation. Now, let me summarize this whole thing. This is what I call power play.
Continue. That's not the end of that section. Continue.
Hold on.
Read it down.
If you want me, no.
Read it down. Read it down.
No, wait, hold on, bros.
Read
Please.
it down.
I'm not. Wait now.
Start.
Odogu, please. I'm not I'm not that type of person that talks where everybody is talking. The only reason why I came up to say this is for me to point out what the law states. And if you want to embark on any
You've not completed that section you are reading.
Now, let me finish now.
The law.
If you want to embark on
Read it down.
OJ, hold on for make it. OJ, hold on for it.
If you want to embark on
if you know that finish,
academic,
if you complete and tell us the
exactly.
No one tell us.
If you want to
in a lawyer,
I know
the lawyer. Make read and read down.
Exercise, you are within your right to embark on such adventure. But what I did here was to point out the exact section. I even have to counter your 185 section that you mentioned. Do you understand? And I have to pin the exact section that speaks about state of emergency and the procedures that would lead to a president, saying that, oh, there is a state of emergency in this particular state. That is just what I want to do here. So let me summarize by saying that if we are truly practicing the separation of powers in this country, I don't see any reason why the FCT minister or anybody will involve him or herself in a matter involving the state. And mind you, that when that Supreme Court judgment was given, and I remember that the House of Assembly, the Rivers State House of Assembly, decided to close the supposed House of Assembly. In fact, they even said that they went on a recess. Do you understand? So, be it an issue regarding Wike's relationship with Fubara or not, the law is the law, and it is expected that every person confines him or herself within the provisions of the law. The actions of the president is in all entirety null and void because he lacks that position. He can only make that proclamation upon request of the governor of the state. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Oba. I think wait, who the goodness now? Ferdinand be Deep Sky.
No. Hold on, please. guy will go first. And after he come to Solomon, please.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Now, I just want to go through this in terms of the Constitution and the legal backing. I'm not a lawyer, but to an extent, I know one or two that guides the country. When we look at the legal backing of this state of emergency that was declared by the president, when we look at the section 305 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, we see that before you can declare a state of emergency in a state, it is when there is a war, one, or where there is a breakdown of public order, safety in any part of the country. It is when there is a clear presence of danger of disaster or public emergency. It is when there is a public calamity. That is when you can declare a state of emergency, or in a situation whereby a state of emergency was declared by the governor, but it was not adequately handled, the president can come in and declare a state of emergency. Now, the question is, who has the power to request for the state of emergency? According to the section 304, 305, 4 and 5, the governor of a state or the House of Assembly will make a formal request to the president before the president can be able to declare a state of emergency. Now, the fact is that the governor nor the Rivers State House of Assembly made any request to the president to declare such state of emergency. And since the Rivers State governor did not make the request, this decision the president took was for himself and for weak personal interests. There's no need beating around the bush. The Constitution is there. You know, it is only when we want, in this country, when politicians want to favor themselves and they see that maybe the Constitution or the law is backing them, they will remember that we have a law. Just like in the case of Natasha and Akpabio, that will tell you, go and sit where you are, where they allocated you, according to the Senate standing order. But when it's about their selfish interests, they will break that law, they will break the Constitution, they will break the court judgment just to satisfy themselves. Now, when we look at the Supreme Court judgments between the Rivers State governor. Now, the Supreme Court ruled that there was absence of a functional legislature in the Rivers States, and also that the 27 defected lawmaker remain valid. When we know, according to the same Supreme Court that told us that when you defect from your party, automatically you are no longer an elected member. But now they turned it upside down because the big boss is involved, and the big boss is having an interest in that particular matter. They also cited the demolition of the House of Assembly complex. Yet, the same people sat down, the same people had sitting, and the governor informed them. The governor even had to do a little bit press to tell them that I informed both the speaker that I'm coming to present the budget, and yet the door was locked. The gate was locked. The president did not cite that one. The president only cited that the House of Assembly was demolished, and because of that, it is unconstitutional. That the governor refused to implement the Supreme Court's rule. The Supreme, on a normal, they are lucky if it is in Enugu State where we have people like Chimaroke. They are okay that it's Fubara that are doing that thing with. If it's Chimaruke, you don't do such mess with him. On a normal, Supreme Court don't have the jurisdiction to hear the case of or give judgment in case of local governments. The Supreme Court don't have it. But yet the governor was just, okay, let peace reign. Let me implement what the Supreme Court said. And yet, I think it's last week that the governor went to the state house, that is state assembly, to represent his budget, and was shut down, that he cannot go in. Yet, in less than 2 days, I think so, the same house said they are going on indefinite closure or something like that.
Can you imagine?
The president did not cite it. So we should be looking at this thing. Now, this same judgment that support the claim that the governor's action contributed to constitutional inability. These are the points the president gave to give such state of emergency. However, when we look at this ruling, when we look at it very well, because this ruling will not just end there, it will bring up security concerns, because people will speak. People in Rivers State will not be silent. They will speak up. Now, the president has just done what he feels Wike and his fellow businessmen, because I think what they are doing there is business. They are not representing us. They are doing business there. That's just the main fact. Wike as business people has brainwashed the president and tell the president this. Go and do this one. Forgetting that it must come with security issues. There will be security issues. Now, the president declaration. Hello? Okay. Okay, thank you. Now, let us look at this serious constitutional breach by the president, which I've said it before, that in section 305, no provision was made that allowed the president to suspend elected officers. This is a breach of the same constitution the president said he's going to uphold. Read your constitution very well. In fact, read and study it. There is no place in the section 305 that allows the president to suspend an elected officer. The constitution only approved 2 ways to remove a governor: by impeachment by the House of Assembly, which is in section 188. Resignation, death, on a situation whereby the governor is not capable to function, which is cited in section 189. The president can only assume power or declare emergency, not remove elected officers. So the suspension of the governor and his deputy is not just about the constitution, it is still personal interests. And let's look at the appointments, finally. Now, you are appointing, I think it's vice... hello? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, please, just a minute. Okay. Okay, I'm already done. Now, when you look at the 99 Constitution, the Constitution does not recognize administrator as a replacement for governor. It's a breach of the Constitution. The president's role is not to appoint governor or administrator for a state. Only the electorate process or impeachment can decide leadership, not the president. It is nowhere John. We are not in a military regime. There is no provision in the Constitution that permits a military style of administrator to replace an elected governor, there is no place. And the implication of this appointment may be unconstitutional and should be challenged. Finally, Fubara should go to the courts, although we don't have a working judiciary. Okay, thank you.
Your voice, the muffle, imperfect. Where you dey?
I said, can you guys hear me?
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you.
Yes.
Good. OJ and Lotunde, are you guys there?
Yes, I'm here.
Lotunde and OJ, not Moses. Lotunde and OJ, are you guys there?
I am here, imperfect.
Okay, good. I beg, OJ, this new app, on this Twitter, what is called still drop or you guys take those answers without speaking.
Now you be the host. Now you hold life. Now
No,
you
I
hold
asked you. No, wait. Do you believe in those answers? Like when when?
Yes, to a large extent, based on data available, it can be correct.
Yes. Okay, according to Block now said the president of Nigeria, according to the doesn't have right to suspend state elected government. So we don't keep that of us.
I don't hear you now. He's not talking on now, Abi.
Please, I beg, someone call.
He's not talking on now.
You all know what they are doing. All you APC.
No. He's not talking on now. He's not talking on now.
Do you believe it? Do you believe it?
Good evening.
I beg, someone call.
When my time is, I will talk imperfect. I will talk one more time, please.
Yeah, imperfect. Good evening. You good evening, everyone in the space. Yeah, I heard about this. I listened to the president's broadcast, and in fact, I was speechless for quite a long time. I was discussing with my family. I had to keep quiet. I was like, some things that happen in this nation will just make you. It's like you will be wondering if you really exist or you are just a ghost. And see, some of these things we're justifying, honestly speaking. The day we'll get a rascal president, this thing that Tinubu is putting layer 1, somebody will put layer 10. I hope that somebody will not be crying tomorrow. Do you know my pain is the fact that some of us who grew up in the barracks, Mr. Imperfect, the sad thing is that these other ranks, these soldiers, must our soldiers, our brothers and our sisters die for useless cause, for political rascality? Is this why we have military? Is this why we have soldiers? Is this why people are training their children and sending them into armed forces? Are we really thinking? Now they will send these people. It is not the brigadier generals, it's not the major generals, it's not the lieutenant generals, it's not these people, these service chiefs that are going into those creeks. They are our brothers and our sisters for reasons that can be avoided. Now you are suspending the governor. If two people are fighting, if you want to be honest, should we cannot be suspended? As an appointee of the president, if you want to be fair, is the president denying that he is not aware that this is a clash between the two of them? If you want to be fair, where is the hammer that came upon Wike? When I see this, what would they do? What about Kaduna State? Kaduna State came to a point. If that is the case, Kaduna is supposed to have gone through a state of emergency. Niger State, other states are supposed to experience state of emergency. See this thing, this thing where would some of us will support if we get one rascal president. I am telling you, for electoral reason, one useless reason, the president will they will create commotion, confusion in the state, and it's going to be to the detriment of innocent Nigerians. People who are struggling already with insecurity, struggling with hunger, struggling, to feed. We're going to put their life in danger because of, that's why I celebrate good luck. But some people, their ambition is what the life of Nigeria. Their ambition is what the life, even if all Nigerians will be wiped out, for them to be the president of an empty nation, they will still want to do that. Let's wait and see where this ends them. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is quite sad because I bet Chief, not the wave hand, like you met to people here, stop this. Not the wave hand, hold on, please. It's quite sad because I remember sometime in 2018 or 19, it is not between from Abuja to arrest a lady in Port Harcourt. Was it the Chief Justice also? I can't recall. Omonawiki came there with his own convoy, carry one enter the car, say nothing, say they come arrest. In that same river, in that he said nothing will happen. The woman, the guy will go upstairs, drag the woman up and come down, carry him, open door, the woman enter. All the police people leave. Nobody could do anything. Is this how democracy is being done in other parts of the world? So that means if you're not radical or rascal, man, if you're not behaving like an animal, you can't partake in politics in Nigeria. I was on call with one of my friends now. She'll be a judge. I don't know if compare the judge this year or like next year. The state of Florida. So he said, which kind of madness is this? This is nonsense. This is arrant nonsense. An elected government. You don't say which kind of even some of them now will be lawyers. They shame now to say they are lawyers because they do not see them as jokes. Like they've done them to almost nothing. One way they all this white, they just turn everything upside down. But you know what then? I will blame PDP. Solomon, PDP is currently the most useless political party in Nigeria that you have to do. PDP, you just played Fubara. PDP, Atiku, all of them. You guys failed this young man. All this while he has been fighting all alone by himself. Where is Dino Mulaye? No vex. Where is Atiku? Where is Sheyima Kinde? The former governor of Benue State, where is he?
Rain or
Where is
mockery,
Buruburu? Where is Buruburu? Where are these men? Where are these people? Where are they? One month to presidential election now. I think we're going to enter private jet from Dubai, come back. We want to go and contest for election. I bet deep sky, I need to go in next after you come to chief.
Now, why they shout Jesus for waiting? Why they waiting no concern Jesus?
Imperfect. When do my turn to talk?
I don't understand you.
This guy, I'm so disappointed in Nigeria. And Nigerians say, like, oh.
Say they disappointed. Nigeria and a drama, I beg. Nigeria and a dramatic scene. Which one be? See, the worst never even happened. Already, the worst wants to happen. The worst goes still day front. So, not say Nigeria. You could see new events every day. So events will unfold in real time. Don't worry. Okay? Chill. So let me say this. An illegal president, unelected president has removed an unelected governor. 1-1. I heard somebody saying that Wike is telling Tifnobu. They don't tell him anything. This is a grand plan. This is a better grand plan. Or more, all the money where the Rivers State, everybody they look out for now. Nobody want to protect their interests. So you want a puppet. Why you think they remove them? So that they fit get control and then say all the, you understand, arrange all the resources, corner them. So that by 2027, you will get enough money to take prosecute election all over the country. That one angle. And the other angle now to consolidate. So opposition no go fit stay for the state to make their plans. Because if you don't declare state of emergency, it means say any political activities don't come to a halt. You understand? So this one of people they plan elections. When I forget Rivers State, that one is gone. But anyway, all my Rivers people, as Sawana, Abibo, Selena tested. Now time to show body be this way. If you know show body, your papa, your mama. Because I remember during the election, I saw that they make noise. Selena tested, Selena trusted. As Mata reach, they play River States as down. He read the whole election, carry and give person who no win the election. Today, both parties don't they fight now. They don't turn the states to their own fighting ground. People will not sabi anything. Go won't go, but they go die for their war. No go die for people war. Just kukuma day your day. If they won't fight that war, may they fight that war. I see this fat idiot, as I read Okubo, they talk. When they talk now, when in the back to Nubu, you don't know. When in the back to Nubu, she didn't follow the 13 people there and saying go do everything within in power to make sure say Tinubu win president. They don't force them now. It don't happen. Oh yeah, I know we hear what I beg. We get. But I can't remember the last time a state of emergency was declared in Nigeria. I can't remember the last time a state of emergency was declared in any state in Nigeria. Even Buhari no triumph. Even Buhari, who be former military dictator, no triumph. Buhari, no triumph. Now bloody civilian we call himself Tinubu, we want triumph. No while I ain't go see shaking. We no worry. This thing go backfire. But the way when they go, if we be saying a bloodshed all over Nigeria, well, maybe they watch for now, sure. One more thing. One more thing. These idiots, they for Asu Rock since. Nigerians, they complain about hunger, food crisis, inflation, energy crisis, agricultural crisis, flood. When I remember, say flood, a heavy flood happened last year. Displaced people. These idiots, no fee even talk out to declare state of emergency for any of these sectors. Insecurity for Zamfara, Sokoto, Taraba, and many other parts of the country, even Benue. These idiots no fit declare state of emergency for that sector. Zamfara, the insecurity where they Castina right now, no reach down where they River States. The insecurity where even they Sokoto, where even they Niger State, where they kill military officers, even the last year or so, no reach down where they River States. The insecurity where they Borno, no reach down where they River State. Tinubu no gather balls. And they know what thing they do, but this one go backfire. Go backfire well. If care is not taken, it go cost Tinubu head. Make I talk him now. You know the same, him na bloody civilian. If I don't know what thing they smoke, you don't go smoke that ganja, smoke and finish thing say na him wise pass. You know saying go smoke. What's in the name? Wike go smoke. Then give and make him smoke. Him don't forget so him na old man. Saying head no days he take that ganja again. But as far as saying don't do this one, and him go main day ready to collect. Him Tinubu go collect. You understand? No be see this time around. Now we don't see everything we want to see for this country. We don't fear anybody again. We don't fear anybody again for this. They ring that cherubim and seraphim bell for my head walking. Now your mate day creek. Instead of you go day creek, you day the ring bell. You do cherubim and seraphim. I beg. Yeah. So.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. Deep sky, thank you so much. Deep sky, I saw it. Anyway, now ghost. What happened?
That one not be insecurity.
Oh, wait,
And for the crew. Because say una kinsman, brother, the tribesmen, na president for this country. Very soon, all of them go start to dey collect. No matter whether you die abroad or not. If you want to be a news guy, go and be a news guy in Yoruba land. Don't come to Kobe State and come and start justifying rubbish. Because you want to do every single, you cannot stand on the side of good.
is this speaking? I can't. hear him again.
I think his network is out.
This guy can't hear you again, though. Can't like
He will
like
come
we
back.
got
Don't
a call.
worry. He will come
Yeah,
back.
he'll come back. Oh, that he's going to trigger you. Then you can then respond to him. Yes.
Imperfect. Good evening.
I cannot greet me, I beg. Don't keep your greetings. They laugh. Tell me, you see.
Wait, make I talk now. Wait. All of us there in Nigeria and Nigerians that are saying if at this minute, if military take over Tinubu's government, that at this minute, those who are crying over democracy, they go do party. These same people trying to gaslight you now on space now were those who protest to the defense headquarters that military should take over government because who they want no win election. So all of us in Nigeria, nobody figure at anybody. No talk that one. We've passed that stage where one person go and become moral judge, right? They happen. So I'll give my opinion. The painful part is that what is happening in Rivers State, okay, what thing cause their fight? It's not project, it's not road, it's not school, it's not public health. No, now money, now sharing formula, now percentage, right? Now this is where
But
I think.
But wait, Wiki
Yeah, can
was
you hear me?
Wiki was chairman for like how many years? Local government chairman for like how many years? After that, I think he became a minister, right? I don't know where.
Now
After
the
then,
game now.
he became a governor
Exactly.
8 years. Now in the Abuja again. Like
Exactly.
which money you want to give when you get? Like
Make I talk imperfect now.
Jesus.
Make I talk. In 2015, when Wike chased APC for
See, hold on, please. Every day I say I will never talk about Nigeria, but one thing go happen now. Now some people say now a job versus Igbo. To my job brothers, Wike and Tola claim to be an Igbo man. No, I repeat, Wike never thought he said. In fact, he said his name is Wike, not Wike. Don't just want to say Igbos. Wike, because I don't see some tweets. Wike say in the Igbo, say he's an Equatorial man. Who say he doesn't identify as an Igbo man. To my job brothers, it's your own turn to rule Rivers State, and we Igbos, we are solidly behind you guys because they've had what is this? They had Peter Odili, 1. They've had Amechi, 2. Wike is saying in the book 3. It is now the turn of you guys to rule. It is not time for you, Ijaw people, the indigenous of Ijaw, to also be part of the governance in Rivers State. We are not in support of this nonsense going on. To make us know now. Oji, go on a beg.
Wike is an Igbo man.
Thunder go fire you, OJ. Thunder go fire. Thunder go fire you. Thunder go fire. He say he's from Billy. He say he's from Edo.
He say he's Benin man. He say he's from
He say he's from Billy. So I beg. He's not an Igbo man. I beg.
Imperfect. I've lived and worked in Rivers State enough to know who is who. So leave that part. But let's continue our discussion. In 2015, when Wike for Rivers State, more than three APC world chairman, the youth that they beheaded them in doing political work in 2019. So these same people calling Wike, calling we now APC to support our slave now are those who cheered him. So let's stop this gaslighting. We know what we are doing as Nigerians. We only complain when what is happening is not in our favor. So stop the gaslighting. Don't do that. There are people you could BS. If we do it for us, we did this, we know who is who. So on the cases where happen, this is where Fubara. See, politics is a game, and don't bring emotions when they're discussing this political game. No bring emotions, no bring sentiment, no bring. How can you be a governor of a state inside 31 state house of assembly? You get the whole project of Rivers State for hand. Now only 3 fit switch to yourself. Only 3. This Edo man, this Edo governor will not say you know go school, you know get sense. PDP lawmakers have defected to APC. That is the game. You can't rule as a governor without having these guys on your side. You can't. So when we are talking these days, if one talk morality, talk am. If one talk politics, talk am. Don't contradict yourself. The current Kaduna State governor, he get issue with the former guy we bring her in. But in his own case, the state assembly are with him. This is how it works. So when the issue started, we invited them to Abuja. This room where I call names now, he invited them for peace talk. They had an agreement. That's okay. Because he knows that only they cause fight, no be governance. That's the truth. So
exactly. But then so, they had an agreement and Fubara accepted the agreement.
No, he did not. Wait now. Let me talk now. Tinubu called them and tried to give them a political solution. Fubara came back. The videos are there. I'll find and share if you want to see them. He said those agreements they have in Abuja are not constitutional. That he's trashing them. He said it on the live video. He went ahead and used three members of the house to pass the budget. 3 members of the house to pass the budget. So when we are talking this, if we want to talk morality, let's talk. If we want to talk, let's talk. The game are the game. Don't blackmail anybody with no. Let's say things.
Sorry. Okay, should politics be a game when people's lives are involved?
That is the problem.
They're going to boss. It is very stupid. We should stop. You judging this bastard saying that it is a game of what? Like game playing with people's economy and lives.
In 2 ways. No. It's in 2 ways. If you want to talk morality, let's talk morality. If you want to talk politics, let's talk politics. Now, this Fubara that you are saying the Democrat, because of the issue in National State Assembly, he went and demolished the Assembly. Is it in the interest of Rivers people? So, I think for me, in my opinion, they played him into a trap and he entered. How? When the judgment of Supreme Court, before this judgment, Fubara have always knocked Wike out. Fubara tried. Believe me, he tried. He has almost knocked Wike out. Where in hand dropped is when the Supreme Court make that judgment. Now, in that case, when Supreme Court don't pass judgment, those state assembly, people are saying Wike. No. Yes, Wike is behind those guys. But the battle is between the state assembly and the governor. So now when state assembly don't win, person wey don't now if Fubara is not calling for peace, you can't call for peace after we don't go court, come back and not win for court. Which peace will you call? It's fight to finish. So what will they have done?
Okay, OJ. Yes. Thank you so much. Now, what they cause this fight? What concern Wike and Rivers State now? Like what Wike?
Now money, now investment, now input to Fubara there now. The
So,
whole
so
election.
does it
So
so
wait,
does it mean now
see,
that so Jesus Christ of Nazareth? So does it mean now that
imperfect,
even
imperfect. Wike said it on the national TV that he bought the whole form for the whole state assembly, PDP, the whole senator, the whole rep, and the governor. He bought the form for them, and he spent the money for the election. Nobody spent a dime.
thank you
And
so much.
what is the reaction of the people when your governor is saying this nonsense on the national TV?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay.
Let me leave it there.
Thank you so much. I think last time I checked, Fubara was the accountant general of Rivers State back then. It's time to be corrected. I don't know. So that means he also
Exactly.
has. So
Exactly.
that means he also has some vital information about
So now money they
his
fight for,
boss.
not for the bad people. Now money they fight for. Just that now
Okay.
the people now will suffer.
Okay. Thank you so much.
That is my
Okay.
own concern.
Thank you so much.
Thank
They're
you.
all mad. They're all mad. Chief, now they go next. After you come to Lotunde, they come to Lukman, they come
Waiting to
to
happen now. Waiting to happen.
Arimbu.
Waiting to happen.
What's happened? I said now they go next now.
Okay.
Come, let nobody threaten me now. You're looking for those that bust pipeline. From where you're looking now, I will just report to you. Say you look for those who bust pipeline. They will pick up this next. Come, man, don't threaten me. Hey,
Hey, imperfect. Imperfect. You see this country? No, 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 no.
okay, now
One of the issues we have in Nigeria is that all our agencies, law enforcement agencies in Nigeria, all of them has been politicized. All of them. So if you're expecting a judiciary that will work, my brother, we are playing. All of us are playing. See, our problem started with good luck. Let me say this here. And one of the reasons why I hate that man so much is because good luck allowed this calamity called APC to happen to Nigerians. There's nothing again. I don't know how corrupt he is, but allowing APC to happen to Nigeria is the worst thing good luck did to Nigerians. Imperfect and everybody in this particular space. We need to understand that Buhari came in and shattered our judiciary. Buhari shattered our judiciary and made it political. Before you get a case whereby they sue a governor, or maybe somebody is trying to intimidate somebody in the country, but you will see a very good judge, a very wonderful judge that will, no matter what the government, if you like the president, no matter the pressure, the judge will say, no, this is rule of law. It has to stand at all costs. But Buhari came in, he first of all went all our judges, compromised all of them, and he started using political judges who all they do is they meet them at night, tell them what to rule, and they will rule. Interpretation become a problem.
Chief, sorry to come in here if you will permit me. Buhari did not even destroy, but he imposed Sharia court judges. He ridiculed the judicial system. Thank you, sir.
So when we were after 2023 election, most of us that have been following Nigerian politics already know that our judicial system has been compromised long time ago. When they will give rulings, somebody from Asorok will say no, that they don't accept that ruling. And before you know it, they will rigmarole around the ruling. The next thing you will see is that the presidency
said so through the Attorney General's office. Imperfect. And everybody in this space, all of us who kept quiet. Now, during 2023 election, I was cases whereby somebody that did not contest the election is in office, and the Nigerians did not ask themselves a question: how did all these things happen? What happened to our laws? We kept quiet. So Buhari did all his shenanigans with all, both security and all agencies. And we can knew that Fisting Fubara is like this. Okay, all of us will think that this thing started today. There's an agreement. There's an agreement, and Rivers people saying, see, Fubara should approach the court. Which court is he going to approach? Eh? Which court is he going to approach? You see, Nigerians, we need to understand what this country is all about this time around. Now, anybody when you enter in hand, he go do what he want to do, waka. And what, there's nothing. Statute wrote something that most people we are calling Nigeria zoo. The zoo are place. If you go zoo is well arranged now. If you go to zoo is very, very, very well arranged. They have time, they give injection to those animals there. They have everything well programmed. So we really need to understand how bad this country is right now. It's not all about, they don't even want you to talk. See, na graduate wait for don they do long time ago. So we really need to understand what Nigeria today is. That this thing is not about coming to read the law. They will interpret it anyhow they want it. You need to understand. They told you FCT is a normal state and it has become a state. So you guys should understand and do the needful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I beg you. I want to now go into politics, hopefully as well. Let's say next year. And please, I need to join court before I go. So I beg you. And Deep Sky, you will give me names of the names of the courts, the way secret court, the way. I want court to say once I shout, I see like 20 people will come outside. You don't say they will enter bus and like 5 hours.
Asawana.
I'm not willing to join any court.
Like,
I am from Plateau State. Let me tell you.
Now only my phone.
But today, please respect yourself. Hold on. And the moderator here, I can decide to say nobody will talk on this. You're a boxer. But today, mute your mind. All you men of little faith, if You strong. You talk your people to see as you do. Come here.
The matter is that Wike played a vital role. Don't expect any opposition against Wike from Plateau State. Just put that one. It's a stamp thing. I know that one. The money that flowed from Wike, from Rivers to my state, Plateau. So don't expect any coming.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know I'll be interjected, but I'm not bothered. I think there is no future in Nigeria. I mean, I always assume based on the people there, but looking at the kind of intellectual destruction of people that they have left to them face, you know that there is something wrong, right? And Nigerian schools are not, you know, imperfect, you are watching close. Imperfect. So I don't think there is future when you look at some people. The law is the law. The law has nothing to do with your emotions. You can cry, you can whine, you can do whatsoever. The law is the law, right? What Tinubu did today is the right thing for any logical human being. Anyone that has brain, don't know that no, what he did. Someone will say, hey, why did he put it? What should you put there? If you go and put somebody from your village, go and put there and say, come and control. There's no Functional House of Assembly anymore. There is no governor anymore. There is no deputy anymore. Who should they put there? I don't like. I think, like I said, I think the North are more knowledgeable when it comes to politics than the South. You know, the South only just to brag on social media. You know, they are more knowledgeable. Who should they put there? You know, and someone was talking about, you can't impeach. Like I said, and that guy was reading 185. I read 188. A motion of the House of Assembly that the allegation is being investigated shall not be declared as having been passed unless it's heard by the vote. So that means like there is no effective National House of Assembly as we are talking. 27 said they are not in favor of this guy. What are we talking about? So you don't want the president to step in. They already passed. They initiated impeachment against him 2 weeks ago, right?
So he just or his network is bad.
About 4 years. There is state of assembly that was burned down, right? Now I think it's National Assembly, whatever assembly was burned down, right? And 2 or 3 days ago, maybe last week, bunch of boys said they will burn that pipeline, and that pipeline was burned down this morning. Again, when do you want the president to step in? Is it until they bomb the whole rivers? That's when you want the president to step in. Bunch of calamities has been happening for the past 1 year. The president has been quiet and said, okay, let's see how this thing will play out. And Fubara said, according to him, he said he is okay with the outcome of the Supreme Judgment. He said it himself. So are you more knowledgeable than Fubara? Why is Fubara not going on social media or going on anywhere to go and talk after the president made that declaration? Why is he not? You know, so majority of you here don't know the law. And that's why the Nigerian police will stop you. You will bribe the police. The Nigerian police will stop you that, where is your insurance? You don't know the law. You know, go take will stop you for anything. Go take you why are you coughing? You bribe the police. You bribe the road safety because you don't know the law. You just live in Nigeria. You know, so what do you want the president to do? On the mess of the refinery, what are we talking about? You don't even have only 1 or 2 refineries in Port Harcourt that is working. Until they now mess up the 2 refineries, then we have to start looking for money to go and fix that refinery. What do you want him to do? Jesus Christ, I understand politics is being involved, but at the end of the day, use your common sense. When law is being used, understand that no laws have to go through the process, whether you like it or not. difficult to put it on him. Wike is not part of the government anymore. Wike is in Abuja, being a minister in Abuja. So how does he do with Wike? That guy could have, any logical person could have fixed that situation for almost like 17 months now since I became a governor. He could have fixed that situation. Over 27 national out of attempts. So I will step down. I will step down because like bunch of idiots said they will come down the pipe line, and he couldn't even do.
Another
He couldn't. Wait,
they just
please,
bumped
I
they
didn't
just bumped
interject.
another one.
I didn't interject you. I didn't interject. I think when you guys are talking, I didn't interject you. I know some people will get to that. So, but
I'm waiting for you to quote that one. Section 188.
Jesus Christ of
Maybe you
India,
quote it and tell us what it says. Quote that one. Before you mute here, before you go quote that one.
All these are kuna lawyer.
You know.
Twitter baristas.
Oh, God, let me finish. I have less than 1 minute to finish.
Advance Fubara.
Me here to say who is getting this thing? All these Yoruba people.
Ejike, please. Please. You are not doing.
So please,
It is your tribalistic
can you guys
nature
move
that
this
is
guy and let me
disturbing you.
finish?
So
Fine. He has been suspended, and you know what they say? He has been, based on extension. They may even extend after that 6 months. You know, he has been suspended, and you guys will cry. You will cry. The law is taking its effect, whether you like it or not. So if you don't like the law, you have your chairman. Everything you have to do. The road in your local government is not good because the president. Because the president have to do with anything. Don't you have brain of your own self? Like, come
contact your governor, contact your chairman, contact your senate, contact your house of rep. Everything has to do with the president. Like imperfect, you are allowing tribalism. In fact, I don't do all this tribalism. Right? When you caution that guy yesterday, I respect. Allow
Right.
Because say you know to debate your point. Actually, oh, you cool.
I never talk. Oh. I never talk. When I talk, now you go cry well. Yeah.
I did here for you now. I love fair. I don't farmer. I did here for you. Oh, you cool.
How you doing?
Who is speaking? I can't see anyone.
Wait, imperfect call person now. Wetin dey happen? Wetin dey happen? The space don crash abi na? No.
speaking earlier. I couldn't hear you guys for like 10 minutes. I couldn't hear you guys for good 10 minutes. Am I audible?
Yeah, I would hear you. You they go pay a bride price. You don't go village, go pay person price.
I mean, I look like I lost. I mean, my phone first on this. I'm not going to get network again. Network. Anyway, we were speaking earlier when I was shouting equity. My co-host self, never even did that. Yeah, how you doing, man? I'm from how you doing? Hope you're good. Happy New Year. Where's OG and Latunde?
Come, this see you see
OG,
Nigerians.
equity, you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
You
I need to go back.
you hear me?
Yes, I hear
We
you.
can hear you imperfect.
So wait first. The lady video that time we trend like 2 days or 3 days now. Where is she from?
Cross River State.
I think Cross River State, I think.
Then what Cross River
Equity.
Issue happen for Port Harcourt now. Why I can't turn to issue again between Igbo and Yoruba? See, Nigerians said before, we are not one people. We are not the same people. We are not one people. We want someone to be together. I swear to God Almighty. Small issue. If that not to happen, it will turn to one word go that it will turn to Yoruba and Igbo. One word go that I don't understand. I don't just understand. If you see that girl now from East now, they go say, oh, they don't send Igbo girl, we come Lagos now. Can't talk about Lagos now. The people we affect, they even come outside, don't talk, you don't turn Igbo and Yoruba. This space now would are they inside county? The county what they no, I don't want to be inside, they don't talk, no noise, they don't be toxins. But I even take reach Yoruba and Igbo. You don't understand. Oh, God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Man, you guys are just saying.
I give clear submission here.
Nigeria
AGK
cannot
begin
work.
call
I
us
swear to God
Yoruba.
Almighty. Cannot
AGK
work.
for this space here. AGK turn to against Yoruba. And my submission opinion, you could come and argue your own point.
Hold on.
But what you call me? You call me Yoruba. You say all these Yoruba people. So these are the issues.
Hold on, please.
These are the issues.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you imperfect.
Which AGK speak of this place? From last my check,
There's one AGK made something.
For the past 10 minutes, I know they hear what I talk. I just hear so the shout. People so they hear me. I was shouting OJ, but everybody just ignore me. But I'll say, if you're speaking with somebody, I was asking you, who you talk to, you don't answer me.
The guy came up and say all these Yoruba people, as if all what we discussed here was about tribe. So these are the equity. You are right. We've always done everything tribal. So and that's what the country today we go rocking like that until the end. Anybody will run in mama.
Well, I said they don't bust on that pipeline, not true.
If they want shut down the country, make a shut down, make they go to father house. nothing mega.
Wait, they bust on that pipeline. Okay. Omo, arise news tomorrow. It go reach 2 o'clock.
I say, Rufai the research now. Tomorrow, if I beg, send me link, I'll just wake me up, I beg. I don't want to miss that too. I know, so I go to sleep.
Tomorrow, Dr. Bat no go miss tomorrow's edition. Rufai.
Just understand.
Yeah,
how this place, like, thing I just.
Yeah, Otuba. What did happen?
People there will no care. They don't care. They just like it like that. Like, let fire everywhere.
See,
but I'm happy since it happened.
Please, one of these beautiful girls, may somebody help me get that Bible verse. Type on Google. Please, in the Bible. where they said for a foolish king not to rule, he rather burn down his kindred or his whatever. So you think of Bible say instead of an idiot not to be the head of a place, so that only a fool will burn down his country or whatever.
What do you mean imperfect? What do you mean?
He did for Bible.
Instead of a
What do
useless
you mean
person
by
like
that
Tinubu.
statement? Clarify it. What do you mean by that
It is
statement?
he did for Bible.
OJ. You hear me?
Yes, I hear you clearly.
OJ, I beg you. I don't say the APC supporter, and like I said, it's APC. Now the only people where they see light in darkness, and I like them for now. OJ, you get waiting. You get at least waiting. Tinubu go do when you go. When I go just condemn. When I go come outside, because you see this girl thing now. What happened with that girl? That girl video now. When I come outside, when I go talk, oh, the country is not really going well. Hunger is everywhere, but when I go find one way, criticize. I like, is there any way when I go just come outside one day say this is not going right? People are dying. People are hunger is every like you get one day when I go just come outside, just talk one truth where I go look say OJ, me and OJ go feed OJ go feed give me water, I go drink am without say I no go fear for OJ. You get one day. Because when I they condemn anything, rather when I go find one way justify these things.
They don't bomb, they don't explode. You see, Barian Kingdom, Bayelsa State, one declaring.
When you bomb pipeline, who is losing? Imperfect. Let's have a discussion. When you bomb pipeline now, when you bomb pipeline for Bayelsa, the spin who it will affect? So it's foolishness. It's foolishness.
The country.
I beg the oil
you see how now.
The oil where federal government will get.
Can I explain to you? Can I explain? There is something we don't understand. You see, those men in power, those men are not hungry. They are not. So if you bomb the whole pipeline within Nigeria today, it will not make Tinubu to resign. That's one. Number two, if you bomb the whole pipeline today with Bayelsa and from Oyo State, you know if it's still reach Oyo State. So to me, it's a counterproductive approach. When you begin to destroy your wood, who bring down his home because of who cut off his head because of headache. So
the same home where they feed you now.
It's not feeding me equity. It's not feeding me.
I rather I burn down. It's in the country now.
It's not feeding me. It's not feeding me.
Because this government don't care. Yeah, people don't care now.
It is not feeding me. It is not feeding me. The oil.
What about the common Nigerians that promise to rule and take care of?
The oil.
Because they're affecting him.
It's not feeding me.
You guys should just
so let's put that one in proper perspective.
It is not feeding you, but feeding other Nigerians now. If you see, you see how it sounds. You don't care. If you care for other Nigerians, you won't sound like this.
Equity.
Because you don't care. It's not feeding you.
Equity.
It's not feeding
if pipeline is in your state, I wouldn't burn it down. It is foolishness. Let's call it what it is.
It's not affecting you now.
Listen to me now. Who is bombing it? Is it me that is bombing it? It is foolishness on the part of those that are bombing it. Equity. Equity. I will not bomb a pipeline that passed my state. I will not do it. It is foolishness. It is counterproductive. It is ignorance.
But if it affects you, there are people out there that will do it. Because it's not affecting you the way it's affecting them. That's what they're saying all this is you're saying.
Anybody who loves his people will not bomb pipeline. If you care about your people, you wouldn't bomb.
They will bring
Have you been to Ogoni? Have you been to Ogoni? Have you been to Ogoni? Have you been to
Ogoni? What do you suggest? What do you suggest they do?
Now, because of it's about APC now, we are supposed to be doing what she's doing, right? Because during his own time happened and nobody said nothing. Man, you guys just have human sympathy.
Wait to equity. I'm from Ogoni actually. I'm a Ogoni boy. So OG, what do you suggest the people do? They should just watch their whole society crumble around them.
No.
They are basically helping because
the
law, the states, everything is not working.
Good.
So that's the problem. So now everybody is resorting to violence.
Should I
Yeah,
respond to
respond.
you?
Respond.
Good. Now there is a political crisis between two people, which is not in the interest of the state, as I've mentioned before. Now, the best thing to how to settle it is for the people of Rivers State, the elders of Rivers State should call the two of them into a room and settle it amicably. And they should speak truth to power. They should call Fubara and Wike and discuss it as a family. And not bombing pipeline. And once they come to terms and conditions, they should approach. Once there is peace, they would withdraw what they pronounced. This is my own advice. But if because of say there
What
is,
if he's not doing Fubara? What if he's not favoring the
he
people
should
of
favor the people of Rivers State, not Fubara.
It's a lie. Because if he can't favor Fubara, Fubara taking all this action he's taking. Let's be honest now.
Equity. You see, OJ say the money for Rivers State, they feed up. Then now the money that they carry go your state, go they develop, they build road.
That is not true.
Abi?
My state
Yeah,
gets less than what
there.
it gives. In the federal, go and check statistics. My state gets less than what it gives the
Then
federal
why is
government.
federal government more concerned about?
Oh, boy, now,
There are some states.
go
Go check the data now.
What you not get, Adek?
And from your state, go
The
check
worst
the
government
data.
happened to Nigeria is APC.
And from your state, go
What
check the
happened to
data.
Nigeria?
I get less than what I give federal government. Go and
No
you
worry.
are not feeding me.
But OJ,
It go reach everybody.
yeah, OJ, let's call
Matter of
spade.
time.
Yeah, let's call a spade a spade. What is actually going on in Rivers State here?
Condemn this government.
Wait,
Not for one day.
equity. Wait, clear. Like, what is actually going on is simple. The people are on the side of Wiki. What Wiki wants to do is obvious. Sorry, the people are on the side of Fubara because what Wiki wants to do is obvious. He just wants to replicate what Tinubu did in Lagos. He wants to do that in Port Harcourt. Like change the state treasury. Yeah, he wants to change the state treasury to his personal bank account. And Rivers people don't want that. And obviously,
let him talk equity now. Let him talk. Let's have a conversation. Let him talk. Let him talk.
So yeah. Let me finish. So as I was saying, so Rivers people will not allow that. And what's unfortunate in this whole thing now is that Tinubu now is taking one side and is clearly taking Wike's side. Because most of the things Wike is doing from FCT there, if Tinubu is clearly not supporting him, he will not be able to be making such utterances and carrying such actions. And secondly, even this thing we are saying pipeline, I can assure you that these pipelines that are being built now, these things have been orchestrated by Wiki and his crew. That state of emergency document was pretty organized. It was not even up to hours to tell you that they've already prepared that document to declare that state of emergency, and they were already in contact with their boys on the ground. I say, boys, like, oh yeah, we don't blow our move. Then they released it. So, and for me, it's really painful because I'm actually a good boy by local governments to be precise. And when I hear people come and say politics is a game, all these things, because I understand, I don't blame them because like they are not on ground to feel these things, so they can say it's a game, it's politics, they are not wise, they can agree. So because the painful thing is that as much as we are saying refiners, Port Harcourt, the real people that will suffer all this the result of West emergency is the youth, these grassroots people on the ground. It's not even the people in Port Harcourt, it'll be all these boys in the villages in Abonima, all these boys, those are the boys that will die mercilessly. And those, all these things now. When army comes, army with even the innocent boys that are hustling their lives in all these communities, those are the boys that will suffer this. And that's what is really paining me about. That's the really painful part about this. And it's so unfortunate because now sorry to say, but there's basically no solution for this because Nigeria is a failed system. The law is not working. The political system is not working.
Can I ask you two questions?
Yeah, ask me.
Just two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Good. The first question I want to ask you is that when Tinubu invited the two of them, let's be honest, right? When Tinubu invited the two of them to Abuja, when he asked them, when he tried to, bring peace.
Equity, I beg.
Did you think Fubara?
The topic here back, I beg. Equity.
Do you think?
At the drive, I beg, at the road, maybe
Do you think Fubara.
The careless ask say when Tinubu tell am make him dey share Rivers money dey give Wike now. You get anything you wan ask am? If for just obey am, carry go against the Rivers people,
No,
carry Rivers money dey
yeah,
give
Ferdinand,
Wike.
can I
So
may
na
finish
wetin
the
you wan
question?
ask?
May
Make
finish.
I talk now.
Arawachi dem to there.
Yeah, OJ, finish with the
You dey
hear
hear
you.
me?
That's a
Yes. When they called for peace, because as I've mentioned initially, the two of them, their interest is not Rivers people's interest. One. Even those who are against Wike today were with him before, as I've mentioned. Now, when there's a crisis like this, the best solution is political resolution or the legal route.
so yeah,
Before
so
this
you
legal
see,
document came up,
yeah, sorry, like you see what I'm saying?
wait now, let me
Okay.
land so that you could respond. The first option was political solution, which they called the both of them because they are the major principal in this whole thing. That let them go to house and resolve this issue. And what do you think happened? And did you think the president did not intervene enough? One, two. If you are blaming Wike, the 27 state assembly member, are they not human on their own? Because when we are appropriating blames, let us be fair to ourselves.
Okay.
These people were being, I'm sorry, let me land. They were all elected in their various 28 constituencies.
So, OJ, now question they ask, I be they give
Yeah,
your own
come
submission.
actually wait
No,
for the question
I'm
mark.
asking him for.
So
No,
but
be
na so
honest.
IPC people dey
No, be
reason now.
honest.
People wey
OJ, you are
clearly
convinced.
to APC dey against the government.
OJ, OJ, we have people
I
raising their
asked
hand
him
up
two
here.
Okay,
questions.
let
OJ,
me answer.
hold on,
The
first.
first
My
question,
answer.
OJ, I beg, no best. Raising their hand up and people question the mic. Just ask your question under this question now. This question answer now. Under let's move on. I beg.
Okay, he has asked the question. First of all, the president of Nigeria is supposed to look out for the interests of the people, Shebi. Now, why the peace negotiation did not work is that, let's just say the truth. Tinubu's interest in Rivers State is as a bargaining chip for the next election. So, obviously, with that in mind, any peace he suggests will be what will favor him in 2027. Number two, the 27 House of Assembly members or yeah that we are listening constitutionally also, even though we know Nigeria the law does not work, their tenure has expired. That's one thing we are all forgetting here. But
state assembly, not chairman, the state assemblies.
okay, sorry, I made a mistake. The chairman, yeah, sorry,
The 27
yeah,
state assemblies.
let's no like just I'm just like sorry. Let me go on the chairman to tell you how like Wike is constituting problems and with judicial backing and presidential backing from Tinubu. Even the ones the chairman to that they claim they are following the law. These people their tenure has expired, but still they are still making it a whole issue when they try to like re-elect the new people and whatever. That one's a whole other issue. Then secondly, okay, let's say the assembly people, the national assembly, majority of them are against it. Good. In this constitution we are reading, they said, okay, yeah, somebody came here, I think Tunde was saying, why are we calling the president? Why are we calling him? Because now something is not going well. We are claiming we should not blame the president, right? But see how quick he was to declare a state of emergency. Do you know that the assembly and the governor, or one of both, or the both, have to come together and request for a state of emergency before it can be declared? In this case of Rivers State, there has not even been a request for the state of emergency. So that's to see like how we can actually blame the Tinubu, because it's obvious that this whole thing is going on because it favors him, and he also has his personal interest in this river state. That's why Wike has been getting away with so much. And then on the part of Wike, we all know it's just his greed. He just wants to keep taking more from the state's treasury, and he knows that one of the reasons why Tinubu is keeping him close is because of that bargaining chip of advice for next election. So the whole thing basically, if drastic measures are not taken, is how I put it. It's like a dead end. Fubara cannot win because how do you win against a president and then the wicked as his boy now in a country where the law is dead or the law is not working? So that's why the people have resorted to violence, and even at the violence, the people will still be on the losing end. See more people that will die. So I'm on Nigeria, Matata, Yami, I beg.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. No, thank you. You see, if you want to explain Nigeria, I don't understand this way they explain safe. Like I don't even know what you're trying to even explain.
You've not responded on the State Assembly.
OJ made the explain.
You've not.
OJ know the truth. OJ see he know the truth. Nigerian law is not working. No law, nothing.
OJ, you guys are double-minded.
They will not. So
Tinubu is 2013.
AK episode. Let's go. Okay, AK, please go ahead after you. I'll go by those that hand up, please.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I'm going to the root. First of all, you call Tinubu a Democrat. First of all, Tinubu, when Goodluck Jonathan declared state of emergency against Bono and Yobe, Tinubu, as an ex-governor, criticized that he doesn't have the right to declare state of emergency. First of all, when they remove Plateau State governor for just 2 months, governor criticized that the governor said that. So why in your own time, what you criticize, you are not doing it? And the constitution is very clear. The president doesn't have the right to remove an elected governor. He doesn't. He's elected. Fubara is elected by the people, and he doesn't have any rights to do that. It is in the constitution, and there's a Supreme Court judgment to that. There's a Supreme Court declaration that the president doesn't have that right. That's the reason why Jonathan did not go through that route of removing the governor Bono Yobe. So sometimes when we come, we tend, I don't know if we are short, we forget so, but some people will never forget. We will never forget. We tell you cannot do what you claim. You call yourself a Democrat. And funny enough, the two people that have declared state of emergency are not ex-military government. They are not. They are. Okay, Obasa is ex-military government. Tinubu is a Democrat to the full. And he's declaring a state of removing a president, an elected president. Can Tinubu accept that? Itself as a governor, can he accept that? Can he accept that? After all, there was a crisis in Lagos State House of Assembly, whereby they are partial. What did they do? They removed one and replaced one. After negotiation, they removed. That's what they did. And also, again, for what we are, sometimes we tend to like when it comes to South, we tend to throw blame. First of all, up to today, people in Kaduna, people are dying every day. There's crisis. They've never declared state of emergency in that. In North, one time in North, we know that people could not go there because of Fulani X-Men. When in Zafar, one time it was the governor could not even move. We all know that, but they did not declare state of emergency where people's lives were being lost. But can you tell me any lives that have been lost in Rivers States? And you are coming here to tell us, rubbish. Don't do that. We have witnessed democracy from 1999 to date. I've witnessed the democracy from 1999. Even as a secondary school should say, and God bless that educators about government said that. So this what Tinubu has done today is unconstitutional. It is not recognized in the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Go back and review that law. Go back, review the law. There's nothing like the president has the right to remove a sitting governor elected, which means Jonathan should have removed everybody now. If he has that power, so let's call a spade a spade. The truth is that this is great at its peak, and also again as a city governor, no governor. Why will you say a governor should be signing without, if you want to sign more than 5 million, you have to consult Wike. Why would you? Why we got Wike said that? Is that not great? Why we Wike also said that all the commissioner was nominated by Wike, all the commissioner, apart from his SSA and also his this thing, his secretary to the state. It was nominated by Wike. These are not Wike nominees. And also, again, if you want to sign it to the commissioner of finance, we call Wike. This guy want to sign this kind of money. Wike will not come. Why do you want to sign that kind of money? So it's a public notice there. And no governor will accept that. Even though you are the weakest of the weakest governor, you won't accept that. Why they make a stood and the rest, someone is controlling the affair of the state. Okay, for instance, now during weekend time, do you know the internal revenue with 1 minute? Just give me one. With doing a weekend time, several internal revenue was phone internal revenue. But this guy reviewed it because he's the accountant. He knows how they do. Both of them they are both cook because he was the accountant general. But at the same time, let's call it SP. And within 1 year, the internal revenue double, triple. And what they are fighting is what the measures that we can is fighting because that money being controlled, especially the internal revenue that the governor review. There are so many things to that. And also again, it's undemocratic for a sitting governor to buy form for everybody because you want the people you bought for with your money so as you can control them. So there are so many things that we need as in Nigeria we need to sit down to ensure that it's ensured that we can checkmate the governor or ex-governors or the president because right now what we are seeing is anarchy. There's nothing. This is anarchy. Even Tinubu has surpassed Buhari. In as much you might not like it, but that's the gospel too. Tinubu has surpassed Buhari.
All right.
And Buhari was a former dictator. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. For the fact that even I don't know if Wike was even the one that came out and used his mouth to say he bought form for these people. That should be a crime. In fact, that should be a crime. That should be a crime in Nigeria. But no, now we are even using it to boast that yes, he bought form. If they bought it a jam form when buy for, if they buy jam form for them. Sure thing. Nothing. Go ahead, I beg. I suppose we talk. I just my mental.
You no go better for all those people, papa, people, father for Rivers State where they carry 250K for Wike. They thought say number 1.1 Wike is strong. I've never seen such brainwashed fools, such idiots. Person they chop money, they hold on a state ransom. They see the old person papa. We will get children. They run behind Wike back. Anyway, when I shall carry on, Silva and Wike, they have succeeded in doing. I would just say they have succeeded in doing what they wanted. So Fubara was an obstacle to them for state revenue and for 2027 elections. So they have succeeded in carrying out their devilish plan to remove him. And another thing I want to say is that if they succeed with this in Rivers State, believe me, Rivers State will be the first of many. They will continue to do it in other states. Because if we are saying the law, Tinubu was not supposed to be our president if we are following the law. Some Senate presidents are not supposed to be in Senate now if we are following the law. So in Nigeria, let's just forget about this law thing. If we want to go back to practicing actual law following the constitution in Nigeria, I don't know. I don't know at this point if I cannot say military, I don't even know what will be done. We just need, I don't even know. I want to say good leadership, but where's the good leader coming from? Nigeria is it's a hyperbole. You cannot make any sense. Like, and even when you try to think about a solution, the solution you're thinking about is already posing another problem. So now, whenever the innocent people are just going to die, because now obviously this thing now, militants will come back. That's the whole point of this. And even the militants self, some will even be sponsored by the Wike and Wike himself, so that they will be able to justify their state of emergency. Even this weekend, he will sponsor the militant too, and they will try to pin it. They will pin it. They will say it's Fubara. They will say it's people. So being an indigenous of the rivers and like remembering like how the last time state of education university was like, it's just so sad that it's just because of the greed of few people that the whole state is about to suffer, and it's trust me, it's going to be for a long time. It will not just be something that will pass. And if something is not done now, they will do it again and again in other states. Any governor, anybody that opposes them, they will just call one judge to cook up one judgment, and then they will make up any law they want to make. Like last year, time they said FCT is now a state. So I think everybody talking here should just give their opinion, because all this reference, what point does it make? Why are we referencing a law that we know does not work or does not operate? Last, God go shall judge Tinubu and Wike for all these things that they do for Nigeria. And anybody will bring APC to power to God go judge them. Because
My
he's
my
suffering.
anger is that you will not see APC people just condemn, say the truth, say one truth. That people, Nigerians are hungry, but they
They no
change.
go talk.
Like say it now, people are dying.
They no
How
go talk.
long? Like for how long will Nigerians suffer? For Christ's sake, it's crazy. In 2025, we'll talk about economy. Which bag of rice is the stupid shit? But okay, now there we there now. Bag of rice is how much? Nigerian you they go school. Nigerian you go to school, come out, no job. You see Nigerians after university, they'll be doing Nigerian youth now, content creators. Their goals now, all Nigerian youth, their dream now is to travel abroad.
No, the country
Wike
feel that.
is the PDP member that worked for APC. He's a former governor of Rivers States that still want to interfere in the situation of the same states.
And people are still
And he
supporting
said
him.
it's okay. And you are here defending him, say it's okay. For how long will this rubbish happen?
They are saying it's the law.
To be honest, now you see people, and my guys that were see people, remember, who can just feed themselves and their family. They will come out here, they'll be sounding like that's on Sunday. Was it on Sunday? One lady came out. Oh, travel abroad. I'm in Canada. I'm in this one. Like when these people speak, you just be asking you be asking yourself, like I get sense. Like what is even wrong with me?
There is fire on the mountain.
APC person will tell you, I bought egg in America, in Canada, $75 and $7. How much $7 to naira? Like, are you mad? Can you make it $7 an hour?
Equity.
I'm going back the edge around this. They make me best.
Equity, did you hear me?
I they hear you.
You know, when Asha sang this song like almost around 18 years ago, thereabouts, you see, God, may 80% enjoy never take our life. Like, Nigeria is not, it doesn't work the stress. I'm happy
If
that
you know what the stress, but
I'm,
there are some people that will
I'm
come out here and
happy.
speak. You wonder if these people have if they have conscience, if they have human sympathy, if they really care about the country, or they just want people to.
Tina Fon,
Now,
man.
it's no longer Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. It's no longer that time. Now people are dying on a daily basis. Guy, if I before na Boko Haram, now hunger, people are hunger. People can't even send their children to school. The last time, like you said on the space one time, they use
Why should you go
10,000
to
naira to go for
school?
pot of soup.
Why should
10,000 naira.
you send your kids to go to school? Most of them say we
Nigerians
see
can
that
afford
place. Then
10,000 in a day.
I beg equity, I beg.
This is wickedness now.
Equity, I beg.
Wickedness.
Equity, please stop shouting. If you want, relocate your family to Benin Republic or Niger Republic. Why are you complaining? There's but
That's why when it comes to this whole thing, I don't like to meet my mic. But these people will just make you, they will just make you want, you go to doubt yourself. Like, are you insane? You live in a working economy, in a working country. Most of these people, they can't even go back home to settle down in Nigeria. They can't go back to settle down.
Now this
But
stress,
Nigerians, they go
now
out
this
to
stress we dey.
go and make
You
money
know,
now.
people they ask people why this is spaghetti.
every year, no job. The money that they pay all this copper thing, the money which these people are stealing every day. Can't you just at least invest in your state, invest in your country, invest?
Equity, stop shouting now. See low BP. Look at my sugar mom. Hey, see my sugar mommy,
Well,
she's here. Oh.
my
See my
entire
sugar
South
mommy.
now go take my blood medicine.
Equity, see my sugar mommy. Now you're welcome, please.
Hey,
Let's hear
hey,
from
our wife.
King ID. Now come to Naya, then come to African Greek. I beg Naya is from Rivers States and it's affecting her directly. And King ID, please, are you from Rivers States?
Eyes up.
Who be this one again? Who be this militant?
Make I speak that. You know what make I speak? Integrity,
Go on.
integrity, my guy. Anyway, no, I know I made a mistake with, so I don't go pull king. So you know me, I must be fair. If we want to blame anybody, Obasanjo is one of the people we have to hold responsible for this quagmire law of removing governor. In 2004, when we wake up early in the morning, the husband of Stella Obasanjo went on NTA and announced, and I quote, I hereby declare state of emergency in thereby removing the governor there, Joshua, what will be that son name again? They were PP leaders who said, and I quote, that there's nothing anybody can do about it. The president has talked and he's talked. If you don't like it, go to court. Then there was one Bola Tinubu in Lagos who went on live and said the removal of Governor Joshua is illegal. That was 2004. The Stella Obasanjo wife, husband, also came back in 2006 over little disagreement and announced another state of emergency on Ekiti State, thereby removing the then governor, Ayo Fayose. Again, some people said there's nothing anybody can do about it. The governor have the power to remove, reappoint, resuscitate anybody he like. I remember some people, one of these man now, he's dead now, who said that removing constitutional, democratically elected governor of a state will smell doom in the future. Gentlemen, 20-something years after, another one just happened. I told somebody that, look, Tinubu is somebody who understands power. In understanding power, he have played in the opposition before. He know the crumbs and the games. I told him, I say, maybe in less than, maybe more 10 days, they will suspend this guy. Because the moment I was seeing Vice Admiral Ekete Ibas with Wiki, I said, no. They are going to suspend this governor of Rivers States. I said it to somebody, he did not believe me. Now they are praising me on WhatsApp as a political prophet. See, you just have to understand Tinubu. Now, let me explain what is going on for you here. Now, as you all know, the big man and the lion of South is Wiki, whether you like it or not. Now, Tinubu is not sure of the core north. Because one thing you have to know about Tinubu, he did not trust anybody. Tinubu only trusts Tinubu, except maybe he trusts the wife too. Yeah. Okay. Now, he have checked. How strong is Fubara? I must tell you, Governor Fubara displayed weakness. Weakness was very weak as a. See, there's one thing you need to know in this. In the game of Thrones, you have to be very sharp. Once you show any sign of weakness in this Tinubu regime, they cut your head off immediately. You have to be brutal. You have to like show, like let them be well done, my boy. You show power. That is how to roll in this regime. Now, when Fubara was coming out to say, oh, when the time is right, no, my nigga. This is Tinubu time. You have to make sure everywhere is hot immediately for them. Okay, this one we can work with this guy. Now, Fubara do not show any atom of violence or whatnot. The game continued. Now, Wick on his other end was threatening brimstones and fire. I counted 5 press release by Wiki. If you watch all these press release, he was giving this subtle integrity. Not let me narrate this thing.
Prophet, like already 6 minutes, so please leave like a minute to have up again.
Okay.
Then please, before I finish, as a prophet, who go win the next presidential election, I beg. Let me know, so I won't waste my time.
Okay. So there is no need. Let me. The 18th of March 2025, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will win second term. Take it to the bank. He have just started the process today, and if you give me more time, I will explain. Now,
explain, please. You have to explain, please.
Yes. Now, there is a strategic takeover in the South that people are not witnessing. Now, in Edo State, you have a complete mogul as governor. In Rivers, Tinubu just installed a Wike apologist. If you remember, during Governor Wike, he allocated land to this admiral in Rivers. I think he was somewhere in Port Harcourt also. Now, in Calabar, you have an APC governor. Very loyal, super loyal to Tinubu. Super loyal. The one in Edo always kneel down to Tinubu. If you see Tinubu today, he can lie down on the floor. Then we state again, Delta States, they're not born that one self to even look Tinubu for eye when he's mad. Sheriff cannot look Tinubu and say, sir, what you are doing is when you want to lose your second term election. Then Bayelsa, they're not born that one to even talk to Tinubu. They are not.
Oh, guy, they talk rubbish. They talk rubbish. They talk rubbish. They talk rubbish. Election says they go fight. They talk rubbish. You say go happen. I beg, they talk rubbish. These elections are for the people.
That statement.
You say what? You see, we can fight. You say you drop go election or other tribe go that. This they happen. They talk rubbish.
Prophet.
Let me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The first prophet. You say prophet.
You
cannot weak God. You cannot weak God.
You will remember my name. You will remember my name.
Because South not good for him. You are for us some good.
You will remember my name.
It will be like
Thank you so much, guys. So much.
I am Prof. Idemudia, the only prophet of our time. You will remember my name.
Let's say it could be like a PDP Jonathan, but time because the North are not with him. When it's supposed to weak, the North is not to give a chance.
That is why I say you will remember my name.
So how you come to just how you come South and South they always go the same line. South go and check history because they call it South and South they both the same line.
Oriaba. You see any that
around any man that comes to a space to talk down on Senator Mondo Perolo is a bad warrior.
Yes, I'm a bad order. I'm a bad order. Right?
Unto the one upon the throne, he is on his sound, he is on sound. Fake prophets, I beg. That your gods. You go talk to the girl Ogogoro making drink. Now it's supposed to give like I don't know, something like I don't know, something higher than Shekwe. I beg, eh? Naye, are you there? Over to you, please. Thank you.
Please,
So
1 minute from 1999.
you feel say with the hunger in the whole of Nigeria now. I would have even Peter Obi won the last election in Rivers State. Are you aware that obedience, like Peter Obi won in Rivers State? So now with the whole hunger now and everything, Tinubu enter Rivers. In fact, instead of that one to happen, there won't be election even. There will not be election in Rivers State until that time comes.
I am going to.
Now you are very baby girl. How you doing? Good morning. Good evening.
Good morning, my dear. Today.
How have you been? I have missed you. I have missed you.
Guys.
Good to see you again. Oh, my lollipop. It is well. I'll make this all your money. Don't.
I beg you, make them take all your money, go Abia, please. I'll go there. Because what? Gosh. Anyways, so this is it was expected. You see, from the day that the Supreme Court gave that ruling for Tinubu, this was very much expected. It's just that I didn't see it coming so soon. I always said that there was going to be some form of tussle when it came to Fubara and Wike, but the way that it has now stirred the pot, because as Imperfect has said, Peter Obi won overwhelmingly in Rivers State. That is an overstatement there. We know that he won so no element of human decency in him anymore. Like, realizes that he's a human. I think he operates as a god, or I wouldn't even say god, but he thinks that he's a god because the way that this man has counteracted everything that he has said, and he has River State. I think I've been on this space many times, and before I've ethnic tension that other places experience because of my background. I'm Ijo. I'm Kalabari to be precise. And, we marry ourselves, not to say that other tribes don't marry themselves, but in River State, you will see an Aquarian man wearing Kalabari outfit, and nobody will bat an eyelid. That's how, because, let me not, I don't want to cause ethnic tensions, but I feel like Aquarian men are still trying to discover their identity. So in the scope of they're not Igbo, they claim they're not Igbo. They then that they're from Rivers State. Okay, which part of Rivers State? They say they have Benin lineage, but your outfits are all Igbo, tradition. The Riverine outfits are now, cascaded as a overall River State outfit. But that's by the way, that's just a peripheral point. But my point is that the identity of River State has now been so clouded that Wike single-handedly has brought up ethnic tensions between ourselves. And it's unfortunate because within this time, I blame the Ijo man. And why I say I blame the Ijo man, we have been too subtle. Obasanjo, someone said Obasanjo is to blame. I agree, but the templates that we're now working with, and the drum man is not really used to that template. It's only when they're very reactive. And unfortunate for them, there's a reason why they chose an Opobo man, a Kalabari man, to be the governor of River State, because they know why. And the unfortunate thing is that Kalabari people, there's a lot of, I'm not really going to speak about the tension between everyone else because there's a lot of in-house looking. If you're a John in this space, you know what I'm talking about. In the last gubernatorial elections, we had, I think, up to 10 Kalabari people alone running for gubernatorial election instead of coming together and saying, this is our nominee. Now, not to say that I don't appreciate the beauty of democracy and how democracy brings, different candidates with different expertise. But you have the most talented running under a template such as Tony Cole, running under APC. One of the most successful and brightest men from my place running under APC and expects to go where? Now, does even Tony Cole come out and talk? No, because they only come out when it's time for their own selfish needs. And this is the problem as to why Wike can confidently come and say in 2025 that Ikwere Ijaw is the minority of the minority. In River, I want to leave aside Delta, Warri, all these kind of places because that's not my concentration. I'm talking about Rivers State Gongo. That Ijaw is the minority of the Ijaw. And now, because Apalama, he went to Apalama. Apalama is a village. It's not even one of the main places in Kalabari town, in Kalabari Kingdom. The main places are Bakana, Buguma, and Abonima. He went to Apalama.
Bakana is not the main place. Bakana is not the main place. You can say Bukuma and Abonima, but please do not.
Bakana is one of the main places.
Even if you want to do oppression within the Kalabari King, all of you are the same, I beg.
Anyways, that's your own personal opinion, but I would say Bakana because Bakana, the person that fought the war, it started from Bakana.
Wait, who they follow Man U the drag land now? So we might not drag land in this generation. All the Gen Z, all of them.
You see, this is the problem I'm talking about. Out of everything that you want to drive Bakana versus Bukuma, is that what I'm talking? This is not priority. If you want to drag it, that's your business. But that's not my priority right now. What I'm talking about. Okay, let me just say for your own sake, Julie, but Bukuma and what do they call it? What did you say? Abonima. Those are the main places. He didn't go to those places. He went to Abalama. Okay, when you're going to Abalama, you see, thank God for intelligence. Asari got his own code. Everybody got their code. Don't start anything. They put women as the cascades, which I don't support, but at the same time, you have to fight for what is right. They went to go and put women, so that failed. Now they've blown 2 pipelines. How many pipelines? And I think the first one, they didn't blow it in an Ijaw area. Why are they not blowing it in an Ijaw area? Because an Ijaw man will not agree with that. It's definitely self-made. It's something that they planned just to cool this baseless state of emergency. People are clubbing the night before, all of a sudden there's a state of emergency. Where? Our state is very peaceful. I just came from the state. Our state is very, very peaceful. I'm not saying that, the tensions are not rising and after time they will not, go to a place that, unfortunately people will lose their lives. However, I think the problem is definitely inwards because you have even up to yesterday, you had Calabari people going on national television to say, oh, my brother OCJ, my brother this, my brother, the same brothers that were not calling you my sister, they were not calling you my brother. But you want to support, and I'm not saying this in a way because it's Ikwere versus this person. No, that is childish in my opinion. But you can clearly see there's a fine line where 16 years of rule in Rivers State, in the Ikwere man has ruled Rivers State, and not once. And when I say once, yes, there has been reference, people have been impeached, all these kind of politics has happened. But it has not happened on ethnic grounds, and that is my point. Now, the one time, and do you know what's even hurting me the most is that I blame Calabari people because Calabari people were the first even democratic elected what's it called state heads when they split River State. It was a Calabari man that advocated for that. Was an Ikwere man, after Odili, that's when Ikwere people started, having their voice, which is fine. And did anyone beat them? No. It's even in a John man that brought Ikwere man to the pulpit. Now, today, things have changed. And why has that changed? Because the Ijaw people have been too quiet. You have power, you go and give it. And that's fair enough. I respect that. I come from a very civilized place. But now it has now bitten us on the butt. It has bitten us on the ass very hard. And now you have, just to round it up, you have now an enabler like Tinubu who is lawless in his own land. Yes.
Baby.
Yes,
Your
darling.
uncles then, when they were busy taking money from government, I don't want to call their name. One Tom and Jerry, one Dodo, one
we are not getting to there.
please,
They're all to
hold
blame.
on, please. Yes, Captain Africa. Is this still there? I don't know if you know Captain Africa as an early 2000. Then we Tompolo them, all of them. See,
They
these
don't collect
people,
pipeline D, they don't go skip for island.
exactly.
They don't collect
Exactly.
pipeline D, they
I
go
was
keep
like
fire billions
around
of dollars.
2001, around 2000, early 2000, me and Vanguard and Guardian newspaper every day. Once my father come back from work, and he said, "Don't carry," you know. Captain Africa was so good that at a point in time they gave him a space in Vanguard for cartoon every day. What are you saying? So just people, they had that time and I don't know, they sold it or something. What are you saying? Go on.
No, okay. Sorry, just to round off. This is exactly what I'm saying when I say I blame ourselves. Because you see, even yesterday when I was watching Asari's interview, I was just like, you that was when it was Supreme Court, when they were you were telling people they should dare not campaign against people that the Supreme Court decided. Now you are coming to support Fubara based on Supreme Court decision. Are you listening to yourself? Are you listening to yourself? That's why I blame ourselves. I cannot blame anyone else but ourselves. We put ourselves in this position because we have been compromised too many times. When you compromise, this is why, yes, you have, I don't want to put any particular tribe on this, but you see, one thing I rate about certain Igbo people is that they will stand for what is right. They will stand for their people because they know that some of them can never be compromised. And the people that are compromised are less. But in Ijo land, in my opinion, is 50-50. The people that are not even compromised, they'll just stay on the fence. They will not speak up because they want to be governor tomorrow. They want to be senator tomorrow. They want to get house. They want to get local government chairman in Asari tomorrow. That's why that's why they don't. So yeah, that's why I just use the mic for that one for now.
Don't allow them stress you, I beg. These people, they don't work it.
Nobody can stress me.
They will still align tomorrow. Now them they should all go and relax. And let nobody fight anyone because of these people. I beg. Tomorrow now, see, this Easter now, you will see Wiki nephew or niece. They marry Fubara, niece or nephew. What are you saying? You just did yesterday in South. These people are criminals. When Buhari did all this nonsense with Tinubu, nobody Atiku carry Buhari Peking go marry somebody else. These people they are just playing with us. Let everybody just take
Even
down.
if Fubara said, sorry, just quickly, even if Fubara said, although there's one thing where you say he's entered now and he's obviously turned the tide, right? But you stood there and you were complicit in supporting Tinubu. You stood there, gone. And now you think the door that you want to exit from is the door that you came in. Are you okay? Why? Of course, it will be challenging. This is why my fight against this whole thing is not because of Fubara himself, because the way that you came in is the way that you also leave. I obviously wish him well through this thing because I can definitely see that he has been trying to work. However, this is the price that you will pay for anyone that betrays their people in any capacity, even if it's for personal gain. I use the mic.
Thank you so much. Please, Julie, I don't know. I think the person has seen you in my space.
Hi everyone. First of all, I will start with a rebuttal to Naye. I don't think Calabari people are peaceful. I think that we lack education and we're very greedy and we're very competitive. I think that's why we've not progressed. It doesn't have any. Now, the issue with Wike and Fubara, Wike put Fubara as governor. Like Naye said, there are lots of qualified candidates, but they intimidated all of them and they Fubara was in charge of the money, right? The pearl strings. And so Wike thought, if I put the person in charge of, the person that knows everything I did, right? How I stole all the money, if I put him as governor, then, and Fubara is very, very calm, very timid, right? He played his part, Wike's boy, when he was running the money. And so Wike, I put him there, then I'll still have the type of access I had in Rivers State, even as I'm gone. Fubara is the first Ijaw governor we've had in a very long time. I don't like to stick to tribalism. I don't like it. I still see Port Harcourt as a melting pot, although there's more of an Ijaw population and land. I grew up in PH and I grew up around a lot of Ikwere people. I grew up a lot around Ghanaian people, and they were my neighbors, right? It wasn't based off of what language you spoke. But we started with Orderly. Orderly ran Rivers State during when oil was booming, right? That period he ran Rivers State. I think the GDP of the country was in the billions, like 600 billion or so. And Rivers State, apart from Lagos, Rivers State was one of those countries that really added to the GDP. Then we had Amechi, who stole a generation's worth of money. And then we had Wike. But Wike does not want to let go. Wike does not want to let go, and this is what the problem is in Rivers State. He doesn't want to let go of the power he has on Rivers State. He doesn't want to let go of the treasury, right? The power is money. And Fubara is rebelling against Wike. And it was just quiet in-house fights until war. Anything Fubara wanted to do, for example, Fubara wanted to increase the salary of, state workers, and Wike said no. Fubara wanted to build hospitals, Wike said no, because he didn't want him to spend too much money. I don't understand. Did someone betroth? Is Wike the king of River State? Is he his father that found it? Like, I'm really angry. This state of emergency, I lived through Asari Dokubo, IYC, and Ateke boys at rubbish. And I lived through when Obasanjo sent troops to River State. It was horrible. So this brings back trauma. Although I'm living my life peacefully in the US, it brings back trauma. I don't need things like state of emergency. And the fact that Wike, because nobody likes him in River State. Nobody likes him. Nobody likes him in River State. And he came there, he tried to soften the people that can be bought with money, but a lot of people are frustrated that they are not even caring about the money. He has a lot of opposition. And because Fubara, he's not able to control Fubara, he's not able to control the House of Assembly, he has decided to weaponize the federal government against my state. And that's why I'm angry, yo. I'm very, very angry. I don't even know what to do because I don't have any power. But I guess this is all I can do, complain. I yield the mic.
Thank you so much. I have cousins. The former chief, the one-time chief priest of Kalabari Kingdom. My son married my dad's younger sister. And please, my cousins, they are educated. You say Kalabari people are not educated.
They're the most
The
educated
bulk of them,
people.
the one carrying the guns.
Yes, who
the
gave them the guns? Wasn't it Orderly?
Asari,
It was
the one
Orderly that
killing
gave
each
them the
other.
guns.
Is lack of education.
No, it was
They don't have
Orderly that gave them the
that's why
guns.
they kill each other. Yes, but they are able. Orderly gave them the gun to kill their own people. You got me fetch water from the river. You see them each other in our hometowns. Is it not the educated people?
The basis is not that Calabar people are not educated by default. They are very much. They were a threat to the queer people. That's why there's a streamline of the queer people that worked for 16 years. That's the reason.
Okay, thank God.
That's why up to now, so there's not using that thing on that. Calabari, please, it's not that.
Exactly. So I'll try to correct that notion a bit because I was there I don't know, last month. I beg.
Is it people that are not educated compared to
the person that even crafted the River State was from Nembe? Is that one is not educated?
Jesus. Please, is Nembe in Bayelsa or in Rivers State?
Nembe is in Bayelsa. I don't understand. Nembe is in Bayelsa.
See, all these people come, all these Gen Z. I know when they created all these states too. Look how they think they know history past me because I know from River State. I know of a river. See, yeah, you can't name the entire River State. Yeah, now you better be careful. Okay, guys, please calm down, guys. I beg. I take God back now. Make una calm down. Eh? All right. Okay. African Greek. I need to go next, but my job is say Ukrainian people they are not Igbos. That's my joy. Even we don't talk am tire. Say that them not be Igbos. So
But your Igbo say they are Igbo now. They say they are
no,
Igbo.
no, they said they are not
Your
Igbos.
Igbo say they are Igbo. The Igbo people say they are Igbo.
Not only job people so go fit talk that one. Maybe you. Please, are you from Rivers State?
Me upon bias, I'm a full-time
No, no,
Sangba, my
no,
boy.
no, no.
And you can't put mouth for Rivers Matter. I am mute your
I'm
mic.
not be dumb, I'll be
Mute your
bias
mic.
now.
Mute
That's the headquarter
your
of
mic. Yes.
Arizona.
Mute your
I'm
mic.
from the headquarter of his own
Mute your
nation.
mic. Mute
So
your
I
mic.
get right to talk. I'm a full-time bias.
I don't say I'm idiot body. You don't change your name from AK-47 to AK Priest. Or like I report also to Tinubu saying you follow for those we plan post that plan in Brazil State this night.
I don't.
Ipadomo, I beg, African Greek, over to you, I beg.
Thank you so much, Imperfect. Thank you so much. There's so much going on in the Nigerian space, especially this past few days. I just thank God for this topic of yours tonight, Imperfect. It's a lovely topic. I'm learning a lot. Well, I want to first start by saying I hear too much complaint. I hear too much complaint, and I'm very much against complaint. I hear too much complaint that doesn't lead us to any solution. Instead of us to be coming up with objective suggestions on how to come up with solutions to problems, we just complain. Things don't work that way. That's number one. And then number two, I would like to get into is I'd like to ask certain questions. They are kind of rhetorical questions. And first will be why would Fubara allow Wiki to make nominations for him to begin with? Why would Fubara allow? Because I heard somebody saying something about that tonight. Fubara, a state governor, allow someone else to make nominations of commissioners for him. That's number one. Then, why did Fubara enter into contract with who bought him form? Why did somebody bought him form for governorship election? Why did he agree to mortgage the people for that forms that was bought for him? This is all showing us something. There's lots of selfish interest in the Nigerian political scene. Lots of and these selfish interests are just killing things. The selfish interests, they end up escalating it, and it will end up getting us nowhere. Now, by the way, if we were to go critically into the issue of Fubara's coming in to become a governor, can I ask who was meant to win the election if he was brought in? It means someone was muzzled out. Who then was meant to win? Now, these are no longer in focus. What focus today is that Wike is having problems with Fubara, Sim Fubara, the Sim Fubara is turning against him. Why would we not expect him to have problem with Sim Fubara that Sim Fubara is turning against him? He will have problems with him. He will want to maintain godfatherism in the state because he is serving in a government where godfatherism is the order of the day. The president of today has been a godfather how many years in Lagos State, and his influence is still right there in Lagos State. He never let go. Why are we wallowing in self-deceit, acting like we are living in another country different from the country we are truly living in? These people we are under a government that encourages godfatherism and will fight against anything that is not godfatherism, or rather would, because anything that wants to fight against godfatherism threatens their position. Because the head is establishing a government of godfatherism. I don't want to waste too much time on that godfatherism talk.
I want to as well. State of emergency. There's something I need to get clear on this state of emergency issue. There are about 5 conditions for state of emergency, and I will read them. So I'll try to hurry and read them quickly, so the house can be clear on it. And I want to see very different from suspension. These are 2 very different things. When you say you declare a state of war thereabouts, and you say you are in the history of any true free democracy, suspending a state governor, they are 2 very different things. Now, state of emergency, you can declare a state of emergency in our constitution. It is allowed to declare a state of emergency. I would want to, but then I would want to state that you cannot suspend state governor. But then, why are we now hitting on the issue of suspending state governor? Because it's now becoming clear that anyway, I don't want to go into why the people are agitating now. But we are agitating now. When a senator was suspended, why was there no outcry? There was no outburst. Everybody kept quiet. When the lady senator was, people said she's it's an allegation. This one, that one, that one, that. But was it? Did they verify anything? Did they ascertain any facts? Did they listen to her case? No. Then the same suspension now is apportioned out to a governor, and then you are complaining that the suspension is illegal. Illegality will continue to happen as long as we continue to permit illegalities to happen. We are permitting these things. We are permitting these things. That's why it's happening. Even when something that was legal happened in 2004, state of emergency is very legal, and there are 5 conditions for it I stated earlier. Even when it happened in 2004, the people were still resilient to it. The people still spoke against it. Even when it was clear that yes, this thing is meant to be, it's meant to be allowed, it's meant to be allowable by the Constitution. Yet people spoke against it. Why? Because we had a populace that were alive to political responsibilities, a populace that were alive to political implications. Let me quickly read out the conditions for declaring state of emergency in Nigeria according to our constitution. Section 3 of the 1999 constitution, as amended, states that we have these 5 grounds for declaration of state of emergency. 1, when there is a war or a major security. 2, when there is a breakdown of public order and safety. 3, when there is floods or epidemic, has severely affected the state. 4, when the state government is unable to function properly. 5, when the governor of the state requests it. So this is just to advise the person who said, oh, it wasn't requested, oh, it doesn't need to be requested. Can declare that the state is unable to function properly and then go for a state agency. So the president is well within his rights to do that, but then a suspension, he's not within his rights to do that. But how many things have APC done since 2023 that they were well within their rights to do? The election in Edo State, were they well within their rights to do what happened in Edo State? What has been happening since? Have they been well within their rights to do it? We are all acting as if we are blind. We are all acting as if we are not in this country. Well, I would not like to strain the house further with so much talk on the issue. I would just like to end by saying that without electoral and judicial reforms, please, the situations will only get worse. The election result will be changed again in that very River State by Wiki. I mean, any elections for 2027 or any elections or whatever will be changed again by Wiki. And not just in that state, but elections in Nigeria will go in the favor of APC, where if there are no electoral and judicial reforms. Thank you very much. Let me yield the mic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is Mr. Imperfect there? I guess not.
Sorry, I'm in the kitchen. I'm trying to make dinner. Can you hear me?
Are you making me oha?
For you, and then fresh fish as usual.
Now my favorite one.
You know now. I know. I got your front, not your back. All right. Thank you so much, OJ. I beg
you know, go find room do this one.
OJ.
Wait, sorry. Wait, Mr. Pepper, before OJ goes quickly, sorry, I got a message saying I should stop being tribalistical. I'm not tribalistical. I'm just systemically trybalistic. There's a difference. I'm systemically, I'm systemically tribalistic. My best friend, one of my best friends, is Ezekiel.
Wahala.
Okay, let me give my final submission.
OJ, you can go ahead.
Yes, let me give my final thoughts, and let me give my kind advice to the people of Rivers and the governor. It's unfortunate what the thing that happened, and where we are today with the current situation. The way that they should seek for political solution, and all angles should sheathe their sword. And how can they do that? The suspension is just 6 months. The elders of Rivers should meet with the governor and the state assembly members and let them resolve every issue that they have, so that the impeachment and every other thing can be withdrawn. And Fubara should also build back the state assembly, and payment should be made to the state assembly members for the state to continue to progress and have peace. On the side of the bombing of the pipeline, if they continue, those that will suffer most are the indigenes of Rivers State, and not Wike or Fubara, because of the damage where that thing will cost. None of them might even feel the impact like the common people. So my advice, because I've seen tweets where people are saying they should not Fubara should take action, Asawana should take action. And I've always maintained that most social media advice now they put people for trouble, because when all these things happened, when there were chances for them to have political solution, the kind of advice, even when the first pipeline went off, you could see people online, those who said they are Democrats, celebrating, seeing it as a win. Many of the opinions that have changed now is because of how the thing turned out to have produced this suspension. If not, they would have been hailing if the whole pipelines have been going up, thinking that they are doing Nigeria. No, the bandits where they kill for north, and the Boko Haram where they kill for north, affect Nigeria. Now the people with that area, now they suffer the most. Sit at home where they happen for Southeast every Monday. Those that are way affect more are the people from that place. So no matter how angry or angered they are, if they continue to bomb the pipeline, those that will suffer are the locals in those villages, because the water will be destroyed. If you have visited Ogun before, if you've seen those things before, you will understand that after all these things, water will be polluted, soils will be polluted. So I don't think it's the best solution. Let the elders call the two groups together, because what they are fighting for is not for the betterment of Rivers people. Now money they fight for is for their own selfish interest, is for their own personal interest. So the elders will call them together and talk to them. If it is possible, let them even help them share the sharing formula, because now money they cause fight. They should not come and whine us that it is for the interest of Rivers people. Is a lie. Now money they fight for. Now sharing formula. They had an agreement and he has breached on it. So they should not come and gaslight us. Let them come to terms and and whatever on how they want to share it, and let peace reign. If there is peace, the president doesn't have choice than to withdraw the military. Military cannot give people good governance. Now democracy be the best. I'll leave it at that. Good night, imperfect.
So thank you so much, OJ. So on that note, everybody do have a good night rest. Tomorrow we're gonna have enough time to discuss on this issue and more if possible. So let everybody go and get prepared for tomorrow's space. It's gonna be like a marathon space. To don't indicate say they will likely come tomorrow. So I beg Harry Potter and Batman, I beg. Let's call it a day. Harry Potter, I know say you the way you look like person where them they give money before, them not gonna give again. You say your neck don't they shrink. Your neck used to be longer than
Not true, not true. No,
I
not
talk
come for
about
my race.
I thought don't come spoil your business for you. I beg Batman, please guys, tomorrow I beg as from 1 o'clock we'll come back on space, I beg, let's call it a day and then let us go and get more information for the
You carry your spoon food finish now. You are going to eat that.
OJ Sukwenike.
Is food ready?
Not yet. Let me ask. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. You. We come marry. Okay, imagine Ijo girl. We come marry